Kaijus have started appearing all over the world, destroying cities and wreaking havoc wherever they go, causing billions of lives to be lost. So as the leader of the strongest kaiju killing team on the planet, I was sent to this lost island where the kaijus have been rumored to originate from, to find out where they come from and how to stop them. The problem is, our chopper went down as soon as it entered the island's airspace, and it seems like I'm the only one who survived the impact, as I've just woken up on this beach with no sign of my crew or the chopper. So with me now being stranded on this lost island, I have the goal of either taming or fighting each kaiju on the map within 100 days. Alright, seems like I'm the only one that survived. I spawned on Kessler Beach on day 1, and after the quick initial hand scratches, I went straight over to a tree and began smacking it for my first wood and some thatch so I can make a pickaxe. And while crafting my pickaxe, I encountered my first kaiju. He did not seem to care about me, however, though, so I continued minding my own business for now by hitting some nearby rocks. No matter how much I pray for the downfall of these despicable creatures, I have to be smart and bide my time. So after farming some rocks, I made myself a hatchet, but my progress swiftly came to a halt when the kaiju apparently had heard my nasty remarks about it and started heading towards me. So I realized this part of the beach was now off limits, and I respected the kaiju's territory for now by dipping. Yeah, this area still doesn't look safe. I'm gonna keep running. And while I was running for my dear life, I came across some other interesting creations. The owl beast. Fenrir. Oh my gosh. These creatures were truly majestic and formidable at sight, but I couldn't let go of the fact that these kaijus have gone around the universe, Thanos snapping all life that came their way. So with danger like this lurking around every corner, my best bet is to head inland, where I can take my chances further away from those freaks of nature. Into the forest. It's my only chance. And during my hike in the forest, I ran into my first victim, or so I thought at least, until I saw its level, and that's when I humbled myself and kept walking. And since I only had a pickaxe and a hatchet, I started crafting some spears so I can output some more damage, and to butcher some smaller dinos, and start progressing away from this primitive early game stage. And after traveling around for a little bit, I came to the realization that my best option was to go back out to the beach. Back to the beach I go.
Are you sure about that?
I just ran into an alpha raptor. Because as I was inside the forest, I was surrounded by bigger and stronger dinosaurs that were completely out of my league to actually kill. And while frantically running around the stego, I got hit by its tail, which resulted in the most manly scream these prehistoric predators have ever heard. Ow! And now with broken bones, I slowly and barely waddled my way out until I could sprint again. There's a raptor. I hear it. Only this land could roller coaster my emotions by first matching me with a prehistoric dinosaur that had evolved over 1,000,000 years with one mission: to kill. But then just a few seconds later, it curveballed me with this thing. Godzilla is literally right there. Yeah, that thing could probably eat at least 1,000 of me in one bite. So I'm gonna keep moving. So I made my way back down to the beach where I belong. And I immediately got jump scared by easily the most formidable beast this arc has to offer. Yeah! Woo! But because I am the god of chucking spears at mortal creatures, I clapped the pego without missing a single spear. Thankfully, another pego also wanted the smoke. Now, I say thankfully because a few hits later and a couple of spears, this pego was sent to meet his makers. And after harvesting his corpse, I got my first initial high. And now this area started to seem safe for now. So I went ahead and lured the campfire engram and started smacking some nearby rocks for stone, as I was still living off berries. And I also spotted a parasaur that I could kill for some extra hide. There's a parasaur right down there. So after harvesting a nearby tree, I put some raw meat into the campfire I just crafted, and I started cooking the meat and ate the first piece that it produced, as my hunger was already running low. And even though it won't really help me much, I also started working on the craft of some cloth armor. Alright, let's make up some cloth armor. So after hitting E on my keyboard a bunch of times, I can now make myself a full set of cloth armor. There seems to be a few dinosaurs I'll be able to kill around here once I get some bolas. There's a little island over there, because honestly, I'm just trying to live where kaijus don't live. And then the tree smacking continued, and I started by crafting foundations to gain some levels real quick. And I also demolished them to get some of the resources back so I could craft even more foundations. Now, I know what you're thinking, Grant, why don't you just make cooking pots? And that was actually my exact intention. However, I was not high level enough to actually craft cooking pots yet. So making these few foundations got me the extra experience and levels that I needed to actually start crafting the cooking pots. And now we can unlock cooking pots, which give a bunch of experience. But my attention quickly shifted to this dio, which was chasing a parasaur. And I clapped it with 2 quick spear throws, and I harvested its corpse for a measly amount of hide. But back to farming cooking pots I go. And of course recycling the crafted ones in the process to craft some more. And I also split some meat in my inventory to gain some spoiled meat and make some narcotics later on. And not long after that, I was level 16, meaning I can now unlock the bola, bow, arrow, and slingshot engrams. And as the day was coming to an end, so was this random level 55 parasaur's life. Day 2 started with the usual arc chores, tapping E while standing on bushes and hitting trees until they fall to the ground for resources. And not long after, I had enough resources to actually make a raft so I could sail the seas and hopefully find a good place to set up my base. Okay, We have a raft. Gave me a bunch of levels. But before I went out on a potentially life-ending adventure, I did not forget to send some innocent Lystro back to his maker. But now it was time I picked up my campfire and set sail. I have a substantial amount of resources. Let's go check out this island. And while getting closer to the island, I saw a weird strider-looking kaiju thing. Is it nice? It doesn't look nice. Honestly, this thing looks kind of peaceful. And I was gonna go investigate closer, but then this happened.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh my god. That thing literally just spawned in. Yeah, I'm not messing with that. So that island is now off limits to me, at least for now, if you know what I mean. That island was gonna be my home, but it's now that dragon's home. The search for an island then continued all the way through the night, and I passed a couple of islands that were also under some weird kaiju's control. Oh. Awesome. And as the sun rose and the morning came, I found an island that finally looked safe. Okay, this island is looking somewhat safe. I'm praying it is. And after I ran over the horizon, I concluded that the island to be weird creature free, and I declared it my island. Okay, this island's looking to be kaiju free. This is now Granty's Island, which is also my Discord. After a quick sweep through the engram menu where I found a few essential engrams like a smithy and forge, I started crafting some thatch foundations because it's time to finally set up a tiny outpost. And I'm gonna set my base up right here in perfect view of the Mecha Godzilla way over there. And I crafted myself a mortar and pestle and started picking up some nearby bushes to get my hands on some narco berries. And the plan was to tame a pteranodon that I had seen on the island so I can unlock flight early. And after mashing E on my keyboard again, I learned the narcotic and trank arrow engram, and I began making them, followed by looking for a pteranodon with a decent level. Go check out and see if we can't find a good pteranodon or two. And luck seemed to be on my side for once, because while I was on my way over to rehydrate, I ran into a high level pteranodon who would be a perfect tame. Oh, here's one right here. You decent level by chance, so I don't have to look? Nice. 145. I love this better levels mod. And if you're wondering what mods I'm playing with, you can find those in the link in the description. I don't want to see a single comment about what mods I'm playing with. And if I do see a single comment of what mods that I'm playing with, I will ban you from life. And it wasn't even that far from my base. So I knocked the PT out and started crafting some stone arrows so I can start killing these things to get some chitin or keratin for the saddle, as I do need 75 of that. And after that, I spotted my first victim for the saddle. I mean, contribution for the saddle. That sounds nicer. I do see a turtle over there. So anyway, I ran up to see what level it was. Level you, please be a low level. 20, perfect. And I started force feeding it arrows and a few spears until it decided it had enough and planted its face in the sand. And don't feel too sorry for this turtle, as killing it was necessary in the name of progress. Please give me some keratin. Except no progress was made because the art gods hate me. Not a lick of it. So I continued looking for turtles, and I did spot one over in the ocean. However, after getting its attention by shooting arrows at it, I saw that it was too high level and I actually couldn't kill it right now, so I just dipped. But honestly, this whole island was not looking promising for farming any chitin or keratin, so I decided to just wait for the pteranodon to tame to continue progressing towards the saddle. Alright, it's not looking like I'm gonna find anything for chitin or keratin on this island, so I'm gonna make sure the pteranodon tames and just gear up a little bit more because it's still looking pretty broke.
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
So I started farming for a forge so I can get some metal and then make a smithy and craft metal tools, as I was already getting bored of having these primitive ones. So I tried my luck with some river rocks for some quick metal. See if I can't get some metal from these maybe. Oh, there's river rocks right here. Please just give me some metal. Oh, 12 metal, yes! That's what I needed. And that 12 metal was just enough for me to smelt and make a smithy and then a metal pick. So that's exactly what I did. And while waiting for the ingots to cook, I farmed up a little bit of narcotics to make sure the pteranodon would stay asleep. I'm gonna make up some more narcotics to make sure this pteranodon stays asleep. I was taming it on raw meat, so it actually was gonna take a while. However, I got distracted by the already cooked metal, so I made the smithy and then made a metal pickaxe as well. These stone tools are alright, but yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. They're really bad. Metal pickaxe. Time to multiply my metal stocks. And I decided it was time to go check on my pteranodon. Did it wake up? Oh no, it's right here. And while waiting for the pteranodon to tame, I found some nearby river rocks which I farmed for some extra metal. I needed some storage on day 3, so I made a large storage box, and after looking into the engram page, I realized I was not going to be able to make flak soon. Yeah, it's going to be a while until I'm able to get flak armor, so might as well just make some hide armor for now. So I decided to just upgrade my set of cloth armor to a set of hide armor for the time being. And also, what I like to forget quite often is to actually make a bed for my base. But not this time though, I actually did unlock the engram and then craft a bed. But I needed to get my hands on a little bit more hide, so this clueless dodo that was minding its own business was gonna be part of my new, soon-to-be crafted metal hatchet. I think it's time we start upgrading this base to stone too, because yeah, there's kaijus everywhere and I'm just out in the open. So that's what I did for day 3. I made myself a metal hatchet and started farming all the necessary resources in order to make some stone structures. And I started by replacing the floor with some stone foundations. Cook up some stone foundations, replace these disgusting thatch ones. And of course, I can't forget to add windows to my base, so I learned all the necessary engrams and got back to smacking every tree and rock in my line of sight. That is, until I got distracted by some more free hide. Oh, hey there. I don't like neighbors. What a fine gentleman of a Dilo. Came here to donate his hide in the name of my progress. Alright, back to hitting rocks. Alright, let's keep crafting stone structures for the base. I plan on having windows literally everywhere on the bottom layer and having the walls above them. Rough out here scavenging for metal on these little rocks. Remember what I said here for later. You'll see what I mean. So I placed the last walls of the base and I unlocked the stone hatchet. And I then set my sights on making a ladder so I could actually get up to my roof. But I slightly got distracted when... Oh, my Pteranodon tamed. Okay, let's go get that. But after that, I quickly returned to the deforestation of my island so I could build up my base. And as per usual Granty fashion, I did not forget to add railings to the top of my base for some extra style points. And also, you can see that I'm really good at placing them. Ow! Dude, I'm about to rage. This railing is gonna drive me insane. But don't worry, I quickly changed my mind after I jumped off my base to see what it actually looked like from the front. No, that looks so stupid. So obviously, I gotta go fix that now. Finally. Okay, that looks somewhat decent. But I'm not gonna lie, the inside did look quite cozy. So cozy in fact that I decided to have a staring cost with the window I lost. And next, I gave my Pteranodon a very fitting name. Don't ask questions. Alright, I have to get Chump a saddle somehow. I need experience. Sorry. So I quickly farmed up a cooking pot, and that gave me just enough experience to actually unlock the crossbow, which I immediately crafted. Alright, I now have to figure out how to get Chump over here. 75 chitin for a saddle. I really don't want this guy to die, so let's see if I can get him to follow me in my base. And after parking this semi-truck of a turning circle Pteranodon inside my base, I headed out in search of chitin so I can finally make it a saddle. Oh, there's turtles over here. Maybe we don't have to leave the island at all. So I started pelting the first turtle with arrows. Time to cough up some keratin, buddy. Please. Yes, 48. Okay. I can deal with that. Day 4 begins with me obliterating a random dodo. Wrong place, wrong time, buddy. And after ending that dodo's entire career, I decided to set sail and go look for keratin somewhere else. Oh, I think that's a Gigomyth? Don't really want to mess with that. There's just a turtle behind it that I want to check out. Oh, is that a leatherback over there? Jeez, okay. This is definitely not a safe area. What level are you? 50? Okay, we're gonna kill this. After clapping that turtle, I got more than enough keratin to finally make the saddle. Except I wasn't high enough level to actually learn the saddle engram, so time to head back to my base, because I got some power leveling to do. And back in my base, I started crafting some cooking pots again to get the necessary levels. Whoa. An eel servant. Pretty close to my island. Pretty sure it just shot a PT out of the sky. But I didn't have time to look at this flying poison shooting fish thing, as I had to go and level myself to unlock and craft the saddle for my Pteranodon. Awesome, finally enough levels. Alright, now that I finally fly, I'm gonna get a spyglass and some more metal. I doubt I can carry much on this PT, but you know, anything helps. It's literally shooting PTs out of the sky. I should be safe from most kaijus, as long as I don't run into a flying one. It's definitely gonna be faster than me. So I have 2 goals in mind right now, and that is to get crystal for a spyglass, and if I can carry it, get some metal as well. So I landed on a nearby mountain ledge to regain some stamina when a dragon looking kaiju thing appeared in front of me. Whoa. Yeah, no thanks. However, there was a cave right in front of me, and I wanted to explore it, so I decided to take the risk. I think I made it in safely. Please tell me there's crystal in here. But there was none. This was a bust.
What do you mean by that?
So as fast as I came in, I also left the cave because it was as useful as me as the exit button on Skype. Oh my gosh. But I did come across another mountain that had some metal and obsidian, but no crystal. It's almost like Ark is just trying to rub it in at this point. Bunch of metal and obsidian, no crystal. So my search continued, and I did see some interesting kaiju, some of which I knew, others which I have never seen before. Don't know what that is. I'm yet to identify them. I'll definitely learn more once I get a spyglass if I could find some crystal. I did have to land quite close to it as my PT didn't have a lot of stamina left. But not too far, another Jaeger had spawned in, and close to it was some crystal, so I had to risk it. Another Jaeger. Okay, crystal. Thank you, no thanks, goodbye. Finally, I can make a spyglass, but not just any spyglass, an awesome spyglass, which would let me see more than just the level of the creature I was looking at. I could also see their stats, so I knew which ones were worth taming and which weren't. Alright, I can finally start identifying stuff. That weird looking kaiju over there is an iguanot. I'm definitely not saying its name right. But more importantly, I can actually tame that thing with some berries. But if I do want to tame it, I actually do have to find a way to knock it out because look how much torpor it has. And that's why I need to learn all of these good trank darts. On my way back to base, I stopped by the mountain that disappointed me just to gather enough metal so I could still fly home with it. Probably tame one of these RGs if they're a good level. And after one more landing, due to having no stamina, I arrived back at home and started smelting the gathered metal. And I also forgot to replace the broken railing on the top of my door, so a quick few rock smacks solved that issue. And next on the bucket list was to tame something to farm berries, since I still don't have a viable way to gather narco berries. Alright, next I think I need to tame a berry farmer. So I'm gonna need a lot of narco berries going forward. So I took off to the sky to find a parasaur. However, I've made an even bigger discovery. Oh, there's been a bunch of metal on my island the whole time, and I spent like 30 minutes hitting rocks. Well, I'm gonna farm all of this now, put it into my forge. And by the end of the day, I managed to farm up a pretty decent amount of metal for now, and I'll just have it smelting while I'm doing other things. Day 5, and I'm still collecting the rest of the nodes that I discovered. And I also spotted this huge kaiju in the distance, but I couldn't see its name as the spyglass was out of range. Alright, that's a lot of metal in a tiny forge, but I should be set for a while. And I also remembered I had the soul traps mod installed, so I made a few of those as they would come in super handy. Soul traps, forgot I need these. I took off to find a parasaur to tame for berry farming, but there was a slight issue. Oh, the thing is basically on land now. The poisonous eel from before was now on my island, and it was getting a little bit too close for comfort. So I decided to go and deal with it once and for all with my trusty crossbow. Just kidding, I do not have close enough to the amount of firepower that I actually need to take down that mutated fish. So I took off to continue with my initial plan of finding a parasaur. Instead, I found some of its friends that were not too far away from my island, bullying innocent herbivores. Bombing this island. But we're just gonna ignore this rising eel problem for now. I did come across a bunch of parasaurs I could tame. However, they were in the middle of a leveled forest, most likely the doing of a powerful kaiju, so I had to stay alert. A little nervous to try and actually tame stuff here though. But I won't back down just now because there were a few trees missing in this area, and also I didn't see any kaijus actually lurking around. So I decided to go for a level 135, and I would tame it just on meho berries. And also I flew down to gather a little bit more wood so I can make a saddle for the parasaur while it actually tamed. And while waiting, I decided to fly up to the sky and go take a leak in real life. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Let's hope I don't die. And while I was having a staring contest with the sleeping parasaur, 2 raptors ran at me because they thought they could catch me off guard. Little did they know I am 100% locked in all of the time. That's what you get for trying to catch me off guard. I'm never off guard. I stay locked in. And shortly after clapping those 2 raptors, my parasaur tamed and I named it Perry. And I then forcefully crammed it into my back pocket and flew back to my base. But back at my base, however, there is now 2 eels waiting for me. One of them was fully beached, ignoring his biology completely. Eel water minion is fully on land. Like, that guy's not even trying to be a water dino. I didn't know I'm supposed to defend my land dinos from water dinos. But I got to farming narco berries because my plan was to tame some Maywings since I wanted to be able to travel around the map at the speed of sound. Alright, I'm farming up all these narcotics, so I want to tame a few Maywings. So I went ahead and started farming some billboards, pillars, and ceilings for the trap, until I got finessed by an annoying pego. Oh! Get away from me. No, I need that. This pego thought that he could run, so I showed him what 400 BC technology feels like, and I lit him up with my crossbow. And it actually managed to eat some arrows until I landed one in its dome. Thank you for your hide contribution, and now I would go back to making billboards. And I also cooked up some narcotics that I turned into trank arrows, but not before I put Perry in a safer place, because those eels were really started to invade really close to my personal space. Now, I'm ready to go tame some Maywings. This was gonna be a long flight, but at least I could look at kaijus while on my way over there. Oh! Oh, there's the dragon. Oh my god. Oh my god, I have to go. And that wasn't the only dragon I came across either. Oh, no, 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 no. Those dragons are gonna be the death of me. I just need to make it across the map so I can get a Maywing. While peacefully flying across the redwoods, I saw a manticore. Manticore, no. I didn't think much of it until it did this. Did that manticore just summon another manticore? It did. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot that I got obliterated by a level 130 Kiryu. What is that? I am so lucky I just not get domed with a missile. Yeah, that was really close. And just when I thought I was safe and I could land for some stamina, this happened. pretty much made it out to Maywings. Oh my god, it still wants me. I'm so dead. I am so... So I just got absolutely annihilated by this robotic looking Godzilla called Kiryu. How is that fair? But I did lose my PT and all of my items were now miles away from my base. But I couldn't just stop here, so I chose the closest spawn point and started running back to my dead body. Right next to the beach where I spawned at, there was another robotic looking kaiju thing. And it looked like it could kill me just by looking at me, so I dipped as fast as I could. And I also picked up a bunch of bushes on my way to my corpse. And those berries were my only source of hydration the whole time. I really didn't feel like passing out because of dehydration, because I would have to wait even longer to get my stuff back. Anyway, I finally arrived back in my bag. Alright, chump, you were a good one. Next, I made some parachutes so I could travel a little bit faster while looking for Maywings, as I have to do it on foot now. And the art gods decided to actually bless me for once, and it suddenly started raining. I didn't have to worry about my water running low anymore, at least for now. Oh, I needed this rain. But as fast as the rain came, it also went, and I was back to being dehydrated. But this must have been some sign from the art gods themselves, as when I started parachuting towards a small lake in the distance, I came across the perfect Maywing. Oh, finally. And it's level 20. Just kidding, the perfect Maywing is right next to it, hiding behind these rocks. Oh, 140 though. So with all that excitement, without even going for a drink of water, I first trapped the Maywing with my billboards. I say that like it was easy. The first attempt was unsuccessful, but because I am a pro, I got it trapped on my second try. But there's no time to celebrate, however, because I got ambushed by a gang of ants. Oh, finally I found bugs when I want to. They were low-key clapping me, so I decided to make them taste my trusty medieval technology. And now that I brought peace upon this land, I finished my trap by adding a few pillars and ceilings above the Maywing so it couldn't fly away when I started tranking it out. Alright, and enough standing around, it's time to tame it. Yeah, you ain't going anywhere, buddy. And after only about 6 shots, it was out like a light. And speaking of light, an Ovis appeared right in front of me, literally begging me to kill it for raw mutton. This was the definition of light in the dark. But it didn't really seem to care about me at all, however, and kind of just stood there for a second, eating my arrows without even flinching. Hello? Or maybe that's just bad game design, because when I pulled out my hatchet and smacked it from the side, it got folded like a deck of cards built by a 6th grader. Anyway, I placed the mutton inside the Maywing, and I got straight to farming for its saddle, since I actually forgot to craft that before I left my base. And since I was taming the Maywing near water, there were plenty of river rocks to harvest, which gave me enough metal to make a smithy for the saddle. Wait, I should have enough. A few more smacks on this rock and a nearby tree, and I had everything I needed to craft up the saddle. And the sun was slowly starting to set, so I had to hurry up a little bit because I don't want to be stranded out here in the dark. So I first placed the forge and then smelted all the metal, and then I ran back down to the lake to farm up a few more pieces of metal just in case. And then running back out to my outpost, the Maywing was tamed and waiting for me. Okay, it's tamed. Awesome. Now I just gotta make the saddle for it. And I also gave it a name, and as usual, don't question it. And I made sure to demolish all the structures around it for extra materials. Day 7, in the distance I spotted some aloes. There's aloes over there. So I decided to play it safe and make a sleeping bag, and put Ducky into a soul crystal. And I did pick up the mutton as well, so don't worry. And I was actually gonna cook it into cooked mutton, so I went to gather the necessary resources and I crafted a campfire. But not just one, in fact, I made 3. Because I was still in a hurry and I needed to speed things up as much as possible. When morning came, there was enough metal smelted for me to craft my first Maywing saddle. And I say first because I plan on taming more than just one Maywing. I'm already out here on this side of the map, so I might as well tame another so I can have a breeding pair. So I picked everything up and I got ready to leave. I'll bring these structures back to base with me. Might as well. So I then saddled and leveled my Maywing and then took off. Alright, Ducky. How we doing? Let's find another Maywing. So now we have a breeding pair and I don't have to worry about flyers ever again. And scouting for tames has never been easier on the back of this Maywing. Since I can now fly at Mach 3, I found a good level in no time. 20, level 130, perfect. I'll take it. And you already know the drill. Missed the first trap attempt, missed the second one as well this time, but I finally got it on the third one. And then place pillars and ceilings and then start pelting. Also prime arc logic here. Watch closely to see what's about to happen. Oh, did I just hit the other one? Yeah, you saw that correctly. The arrow landed inside the trap on the Maywing's head. But even then, it somehow flew right through it and also landed on the Maywing behind it? This game really makes me question reality more than I'd like to admit. Weird glitches aside, I ran out of trank arrows, so instead of crafting more, I decided to give this oversized platypus a good old left and right, and then boom, it went good night. Yeah, I don't feel like crafting another trank. When the Maywing was out cold, I flew back to the outpost I made and picked up the mutton, which I left in there for some reason. And then I took it back over to the Maywing, and I slapped the whole 340 mutton in its inventory, and soon he was up and at 'em and mine forever. Also, I was thinking about getting more creative with these names. Just take a look. Ducky and Duck. Oh no, I don't know. Alright, but we have 2. I'm gonna go back to base now. The trip back to my island was considerably faster, as these oversized platypuses love breaking the laws of physics. But I did almost fly into a kaiju, however. I don't even think it noticed me though. Whoa. And I also got jump scared for the first time while playing this mod, and I'll just let you see for yourself. What is that? Finally, after landing in front of my base, I was so puzzled at what I just witnessed that both me and my Maywing decided to have a short staring contest with the base. Scary kaiju encounters aside, I threw out my other Maywing and bred them to get some eggs. These Maywings are fast, but they can be pretty squishy, especially when put up against the kaiju, so I want to have some backups just in case. Anyway, since I now have 2 forges, I placed it down next to the first one and split the metal from the days prior into the new one, doubling the smelting power, baby. And while waiting for the Maywings to finish doing their thing, I chopped down a few trees to keep my forges running. And I was a little curious about how vanilla Maywings actually breed. Wait, so how does this work? Oh, they lay eggs. Did you lay an egg? They lay 2 eggs at a time, that's weird. After shamelessly watching my Maywings reproduce, I stuffed one of them into a soul crystal and stored it safely in my storage box together with the eggs. And I took a look inside the engram menu to see that I still wasn't high level enough to learn all the new and improved tranks that I actually had in this mod pack. So I gotta find a better way to gain experience. I need to find a better way to level up. And one way to level up was to keep progressing and just to tame dinos. I think I should do some taming. So I got right to work. I threw out my parasaur and split some meat in my inventory to spoil it. And I started munching on nearby bushes for narco berries. I also spotted another parasaur just enjoying its life on my island without paying taxes. And coincidentally, I was in need of some more raw meat to spoil for narcotics. So you can probably guess where this is going. Hey there. I just happen to need some raw meat to turn into spoiled meat. You're made of a lot of meat. Logging in on day 8 gave me a slight heart attack. Whoa there. Okay, it's just a space whale. Anyhow, I continued picking bushes around my base and waited for the meat in my inventory to spoil. I honestly wish there was a faster way to spoil meat because this is starting to annoy me. But I did start crafting all the narcotics as soon as the meat spoiled. And I spotted another manticore flying dangerously close to my base, so I put my parasaur back in a soul crystal to keep it safe. There's a manticore right there. Okay, definitely isn't a very safe place to live right now. And I decided to get on my Maywing to actually try and kite the manticore away. I tried to get its attention by just flying next to it, but it seemed to have cared about those fishes more. But there was a random PT running from the manticore, which actually did lead it away from my island. Glad I don't have to risk losing my Maywing anymore. But I've got to make some precautions to avoid kaijus coming to my base in the future. Okay, my base area is definitely under attack right now. I need to build a bigger area to house some dinos, so we can't draw aggro. And just as I thought the manticore came back, this time it tried to actually attack my base. Oh, is it going for my base? Okay, right now my island is not safe, as this manticore is attacking every dino around it. So I decided my best bet was just to go farm berries on some other island. Alright, I'm gonna leave my base for a little bit and go farm berries somewhere else. So I hopped on the back of my Maywing and flew towards the obelisk in the distance, until a dragon appeared right above me, and I did a straight 180 the other way. Nope, not a safe place. And the farther I got, the weirder the creatures got. Oh my gosh. What is that? I also stumbled across my arch nemesis. No, it's Kiryu. But I just absolutely dusted him until he was out of render. He's not gonna catch me this time. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, I'm hoping this is a safe enough place to farm some berries. So I stored Ducky away for some safety purposes. Put Ducky in the ball just in case. And I then threw out my parasaur and began munching on bushes. I just need to get some basic tames so I can expand my base. But it appears it was in fact not that safe. Oh no! A wild bloodsucker crept up to me and kept chasing me, but something was off. What level is it? Oh, it's level 15, we can actually fight it. So I pulled out my crossbow and asserted dominance by dropping the stalker. The chitin I got from harvesting it would also come in handy. Oh, a bunch of chitin too, nice. But back to farming narcoberries now. I also spotted a tech gigamyth in the distance. Whoa. Hey there. Anyways, at around 1,000 narcoberries, I decided to call it and quit farming for a little bit. Alright, that should be enough narcoberries. So I threw out my Maywing and picked up my parasaur and took off. And I also got to see a bunch of new kaijus on my way back to base. Muto. Shoot. Whoa. That was actually kind of scary, not gonna lie. Anyways, I safely made it back to my base and the manticore was nowhere to be seen anymore. So I got right to crafting narcotics and I repaired my tools in the smithy as well because I wanted to start expanding my base. Alright, I'm gonna build a giant expansion on my base. I'm gonna build a giant area in here that I can enclose and have some normal dinos in that I can protect because there's too many kaijus running around and I'm worried I'm gonna catch an aggro. Hence Godzilla currently walking this way. And at the start of day 9, I woke up to a nasty surprise.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just woke up like this inside my base.
Killed by a Woodalong apocalyptic dragon. Luckily, it didn't destroy my bed, so I quickly respawned and looked outside to assess the situation, only to be attacked again.
Oh my gosh.
So I ran back inside, but I still wasn't safe because this dragon could damage stone structures.
It can damage stone.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but my whole base is built out of stone.
This is not good. This like completely foils my plans that they can damage structures.
My only option right now is to find a new place to live.
We're gonna have to find a new place to live. Probably on the edge of the world, so...
But I had to hurry up as this kaiju was about to wipe my island clean of any life.
I'm just gonna take a peek.
And it also destroyed my raft.
My raft?
So I had to get out as soon as I got the chance to, and I chucked out my Maywing and flew as soon as I could.
Alright, I'm going. Maywing out. Let's get out of here, Ducky. Dude, it's big as the whole island. What am I supposed to do about that?
Abandoning my safe space, Grantee Island was hard, but it's what had to be done in order to survive. I did have a place in mind though that could potentially be my new base spot, so I started heading over there.
Gonna have to find a new place to live. Probably in the middle of nowhere. I think I know a place.
It was a small island in the top left of the map. While it might not have the most space, it was definitely better located and less dangerous than my previous one. Or so I thought at least.
This one's honestly really small, but it might be safe. The only problem is probably the ocean monsters, but I can probably surround the island with walls because it's pretty small.
Boy, was I right and wrong at the same time, but more on that later. Now it was time to actually start farming up for a new base. So I grabbed my hatchet and started to destroy some trees and rocks in the area where I wanted my new base to be built. And I also leveled up to level 50 in the process. Anyways, I wanted to make this base a little bit bigger than the last one, so I took my time placing the first few foundations to make sure I could get a good fit of them. And then back to smacking rocks and trees I go. But while placing the foundations, I encountered my first problem.
Oh no, they're shooting from out of the water.
A poisonous eel was shooting towards my island, and the shots were coming kinda close. So for my Maywing's safety, I moved it somewhere else on the island. But the eel started getting even closer, so I went up and started working on getting the first walls up for my base.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some walls up.
But it was already too late, because when I came back to actually place them, the eel started targeting me and damaging my structures.
Oh, they're shooting at me now. And they're damaging all the structures that I just built.
This was another fat L, as I couldn't continue building here as I was constantly being bombarded by this eel.
You know, maybe building on an island wasn't such a good idea.
So I gotta pack up and leave, so I went to pick up what I could, but I was still getting attacked, and it also managed to shoot me and drop half of my health bar with one shot.
I'm gonna put a bag down just in case I die. Yeah, he's literally destroying my... Oh my god.
I went back one more time to recover everything.
Oh, he's destroying all my hard work. I need these foundations.
Luckily, I managed to pick up every single foundation, and I made my way back to my Maywing and took off from the island that I will never go back to. And I landed next to this watchtower and started thinking, where else could I build? Well, islands seem to be a pretty bad idea as they're too open for kaijus to attack from all sides. Plus, they can damage stone structures, and that's just not gonna happen. So this really only leaves me with two things: build on the mainland, which there are kaijus everywhere, or build in a cave. Since kaijus are quite big, they're probably not gonna fit into the cave entrances, and I wouldn't have to worry about them destroying all of my structures, so this seems like the best option. So that's how day 10 began.
Alright, I've got a few locations I need to check out.
I took off and headed towards the first cave that I had in mind, but not even seconds after taking off, I got targeted by my arch nemesis, Kiryu.
Oh my lord. I'm getting missile shot at me by Kiryu.
And he was really fast, and keep in mind, I'm on a Maywing flying at the speed of sound, but Kiryu was still catching up to me.
Dude, it's just so unbelievably quick. I don't think I can swim. Oh, that's so clutch that I can't swim.
Honestly, I probably would have been cooked if it could swim and still follow me. Later on, while on my way to the first cave, I came across a new kaiju.
Oh, there's a skull crawler.
It was quite a scary sight for my current situation, as I was still practically a beach bob with no base. And an even scarier sight was the pure amount of different kaijus I was about to fly by.
Oh my.
But after a bit of flying and looking around, I flew straight into the first cave.
Okay, so I made it into the first location I'm checking out. Bunch of resources in here. Probably hide back here pretty well. Thing is, the entrance is pretty big.
A potential contender for my base spot. So the next location I want to check out was the Redwoods Cave that I've been to before.
Alright, and then this cave I've checked out before, but I'm gonna check it out again because now I'm actually thinking of living in it.
Also, I'm really good at jumping up steep rocks with this Maywing that I'm about to demonstrate right now. Alright, I can't be the only one who struggles with this, right? But don't worry, I got there in the end.
Okay, this is definitely a decent cave. Seems, you know, pretty safe, besides a few bats, which should be able to take down. It's got some water in here. Definitely nice.
Of course, no travels are kaiju free. I ran into a leatherback and one of those dragons that forced me to leave my island.
Oh, leatherback. Hey there. Oh, giant dragon.
And it took me quite a while to actually find where the third cave was, as this area is just a dense forest and it all looks the same. Eventually, I found the waterfall though, and honestly, I was kind of disappointed with the cave.
Okay, I think I finally found the last cave. Should just be through this waterfall here. It's definitely smaller, a lot smaller. I honestly think the redwood cave is probably our best bet, because it's probably the safest and has the most room. Just gotta get rid of the bats in there.
But trying to get back there was not going to be so simple.
Oh,
So there was the dragon from before, once again harassing me. This time, it was just waiting for me in front of the cave.
it's waiting outside the cave for me. How am I supposed to get out of here now?
But I couldn't just stay there all day, so I just decided to YOLO it.
It's gonna send it.
Because I'm a pro from running from oversized dragons, and I juked it out and flew right by it.
Oh my god, it's right there. Okay, I caught some speed. Yep, not coming back here.
I decided to pay a visit back to my island to see if I could pick up my stuff and then take it to the Redwoods Cave, as that's where I decided to actually build.
Let's go back home. Hopefully my base is still here.
And my base was still there, but so was the dragon.
Oh, the dragon's still here, on top of my base.
But this time, it was hungry for blood, and it started chasing me back to the mainland.
Oh my god, it's definitely chasing me.
Or it was.
What?
Yeah, I don't know where it actually went, but it just completely disappeared from off of my screen. So this seems like the perfect time to go back to my base and retrieve my items.
Nope, there's two.
So I left my island and waited on the next one until the dragon appeared right in front of me.
Oh my god, it just spawned in front of me.
This was probably my last chance I was gonna get at retrieving my loot. So I landed in front of my base, put Ducky into a soul crystal, and then actually hid inside of my base.
Okay, time to just take everything I can.
And it started attacking my base and doing some serious numbers of damage. So I grabbed all my tames and eggs, my mortar and pestle, and I made a sleeping bag so I could pick up the bed. And I also crafted 4 large storage boxes to store all the stuff in the new base. And as soon as I got the chance, I threw out my Maywing and left. I had gotten away.
I'm gonna let it fly away. I'm gone.
I did leave a bunch of metal in there, but for now my objective was to set up my new home. Alright, I'm not going to disturb the bats as I don't have a good way to get rid of them just yet.
Those bats are a little concerning, so I'm gonna try and stay away from them for a little bit.
So I just set up a little base for now, and I tried to make it look similar to the one I had back on the island to remind me of better times. And after depositing all of my things, I tried to go back and recover all of my metal.
Alright, now I'm gonna go back, try and get my metal, whatever other resources I can carry as well.
So on the morning of day 11, I headed out.
Go and try and get that metal back, finally.
But after arriving on my island, the dragon seems to have gone.
Oh, is it not here?
So I quickly got to work and picked up everything that I could.
Yeah, maybe I can get my stuff. Let's be quick.
And I also decided to actually pick up the whole base as it would come in clutch when building my new one later on.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can't pick up this whole base.
And I made sure to pick up every single bit of it, including the door, the windows, the hatch frame, literally everything I could.
Alright, I got everything I need. Let's go. Oh, too heavy.
I did have to unfortunately drop most of my resources so I could fly back to my cave, however. I had just enough weight to fly back at a slower pace, but I got there in the end. And I got to finishing my humble abode. I did make a few design changes and upgrades from the previous base, however, such as adding a second entrance out the back with stairs leading up to a little bit of water this cave actually had. And looking into the engrams menu, I could now unlock a new type of trank arrow. These trank arrows were way stronger than the normal ones, and I'm gonna need really strong tranks to tame kaijus later on. Anyway, I did actually plan to make a long neck instead of using a crossbow though.
But I'd like to level up a little bit more and move on to darts.
So I started remaking my kit. My goal at the moment was to get as many levels as possible so I can unlock all the different tranks and narcotic types.
Okay, so there's different types of narcotics. Add a bunch more torpor. Yeah, man, I just gotta level up a bunch. Gotta figure out a good way to do that.
So I crafted a few of the purple narcotics, which I then turned into strong trank arrows. And I also got some random items, and I'm pretty sure I got them from the Gurjiran kaiju that was killed when I was near it. Anyway, it counted as a boss. Moving on, one good way to gain a lot of experience is to kill baby Rexes. That's what I usually do to level up all my dinos, so the plan was to tame a breeding pair and then start breeding the Rexes and let them produce eggs and then kill the babies for levels for me.
Alright, it's gonna be super cruel, but I think my way that I'm gonna level up real quickly is to tame 2 high-level Rexes, breed them, and then kill their babies since they give a lot of levels.
Taming them probably won't take that long since I have these OP modded trank darts. I just have to find a high-level breeding pair.
Now I just gotta actually find Rexes and tame them in the wild without dying to kaijus.
Speaking of kaijus, there was one waiting right outside of my cave.
Tech Gojiron right outside my base. No thanks. I'll be leaving now.
I also just now realized I could have made some better armor for myself.
Oh wait, I think I'm finally high enough level for flak.
Since I love distracting myself with pointless tasks, I unlocked the engrams and flew back to my base to craft a set of flak.
Keep getting distracted. I should get some flak.
But there was a surprise waiting for me back in my base.
No!
More bats seemed to have spawned right where my house was.
Oh, there's more bats.
And I didn't have any way of getting rid of them permanently, so at the moment I decided to just leave them out of my cave.
Alright, I'm gonna try and lead them out of the cave.
After getting rid of the bat infestation, I returned back to get myself a set of flak armor, and then to actually find and tame some Rexes.
Finally, good tame a Rex.
I did decide to land and farm up a quick trap though beforehand.
Probably farm up a trap for it first though.
Day 12 began, and so does my journey of looking for some high level Rexes. And the snowy mountains near my base were just swarming with all sorts of dangerous kaijus.
Hey Godzilla.
And there were some Rexes around here, but I couldn't just tame them considering all the dangerous kaijus around here.
There's a Rex! Level 50. Well, considering actual hell is around here, I don't even think I could tame it.
So I started looking around the volcano, and that did look more promising.
Oh, there's a 135 up there.
But this area wasn't that safe either.
What? Come on, man.
But that was not gonna stop me from taming this level 135 though. So it was now time to try out these new trank arrows.
Oh, it does a lot of torpor.
I only had 3 of these arrows, and one of them did around 5,000 torpor to the Rex. So I actually did have just the right amount of arrows to knock the level 135 out.
Okay, I got it knocked out. Yes. This is actually a really good place. I didn't even need the trap.
And because I was on a Maywing, I flew over to where the Ovis is spawned to get some mutton for the Rex.
Alright, I'm gonna go get some mutton for it. We're over here on the Maywing territory.
And I did find an Ovis, but...
Ovis, Ovis, Ovis. Ovis. Oh! Yeah, you can have them.
But then I found a group of them just hanging around with no kaijus nearby.
Finally, some Ovis.
And unfortunately for this Ovis, it started running into the wall, so I declared its mutton as mine and I rushed back to the Rex.
Let's go back and tame this Rex. Alright, this is gonna take a little bit to tame, but I can honestly tame another Rex if I find it. So this is a female, I just need a high level male.
I looked around basically the entire map, but I only found low levels. I did run into a bunch of interesting kaijus, and I also even got chased by a Fenrir.
Oh, that Fenrir wants me. Time to go, time to go.
Anyway, I returned back to the 135 female, and once I did get back, it was actually tamed.
There's my beauty. Alright, still gotta find a male.
I did find a high level tech Rex, but I am already committed to taming normal Rexes.
Tech Rex? Really?
Search continues for a Rex throughout the night and into day 13. And I did find a high level Rex, but...
Another high level female, dude, are we serious?
The art gods are probably cracking up right now. They probably think that this is some sick joke or something. But I came to a stop with the Rex search as I wasn't finding any at the time. So I returned back to my base and discovered that I had some obsidian nodes spawning inside my cave.
Is that obsidian?
So I quickly mined them all up. And I also threw out my Rex, and of course I had to rename it.
Rex and Chino.
Honestly, I think I gave it a very fitting name. Anyway, I've got to make some air conditioners and a fabricator to start progressing from this primitive stage, and to actually hatch the Rex eggs once I get them.
Alright, so I now need to go get cementing paste and oil. I think I'm gonna need silica pearls in the future as well. Not sure I'm gonna get those though. I think we'll start with the cementing paste first. Gonna have to make a big triangle around the map.
So I flew out to a lake that would hopefully have some beaver dams for some quick cementing paste. I was not about to start farming cayenne and stone separately to craft it.
Alright, now there should be some beaver dams in this water here. Not looking good though.
Anyway, I was right.
Oh, there they are. Okay, sweet. Hopefully these give me... Oh, there's a big one right there. Hopefully this gives some decent pearls as well, so I don't have to farm them.
But I didn't get pearls, so I'd have to go and farm those somewhere else later on. And while looking for oil, I ran into something strange.
Okay, now... Oh, what? What? No. Is that real? Oh, no. I don't know what's happening, but why is there like 4 of them?
I might have to do a dino wipe if glitches like this keep occurring.
A dino wipe might be necessary if there's 4 of them.
Anyway, I found some crystal and I mined a little bit of it. And next, I actually do need to find some oil.
Okay, just need to make my way over to the oil fields, which are right here. Oh, this is water.
But I found it soon after. Hopefully the Americans didn't hear me say that.
Alright, now while I'm out, I might as well try and get some silica pearls.
One small issue though, I actually had no idea where they spawned on this map.
I see them. And I totally found these by myself. Didn't use a guide or anything.
So after filling my pockets with the pearls, I headed back to my base.
Alright, let's head back to base. I've got all the resources that I need.
And back at base, it was now time for me to progress.
Alright, back at base. Let's get to cooking. By cooking, I meant crafting.
So I made the fabricator, and while trying to place it, I realized that maybe it was time to expand my base a little bit.
And I forgot how big these fabricators actually are.
So I picked up the wall and expanded it with a couple of foundations where the fabricator would fit perfectly. And I also did not forget to add windows, even though we're in a cave. Anyways, I was still a couple levels off from being able to unlock the air conditioner engram.
Whoa, can't unlock air conditioners. Yikes.
Day 14, I started by crafting electronics for air conditioners, and I also got the idea to make rafts for experience as I needed to unlock the said air conditioners.
Alright, I'm gonna craft some rafts for some easy experience here.
So I flew down to the nearest beach where I spotted my first victim for hide, and I then got attacked by these annoying flies and actually struggled to hit them for some reason.
What?
But fortunately, the bugs gave me enough experience to level up, and I was now level 61 so I could unlock the air conditioner's engram.
Oh, I leveled up anyways.
So with exactly 0 rafts crafted, I returned back to my base to unlock the necessary engrams and start crafting again.
Generator, and since I'm playing on Evolved, I'm gonna need cables.
And the obsidian from my cave actually comes in kinda clutch here as I needed some polymer to make the air conditioners.
Just need some crystal and polymer, which I can do.
I did have a bunch of foundations left over from when I wanted to move on that small island on the edge of the map. So I grabbed them and started expanding my base for the air conditioners. And I made 3 air conditioners for now, and I placed them as well as a generator, and it was now time to go back to the original task at hand, getting a high level male Rex.
Awesome, well, I've got some air conditioners now, but I've still got to tame a male Rex.
So I did just that. I prepared some more powerful tranks and then left my cave. And I didn't have to look for too long before I found this level 90 right here.
Rex, level 90 male? Honestly, I'm just gonna take it. I don't feel like looking anymore.
So I waited for it to kill the stego and I started tranking it out.
Oh, it didn't kill it.
But a few more bites from the Maywings and one more shot at the Rex sent both dinos to sleep. Except the stego wouldn't be waking up anytime soon.
Why you bullying me?
And then maybe this supplies the prime meat to tame it?
Well, no, it did not.
Nope, not a drop.
So it's now time to look for another innocent sheep
And I don't have the mutton. Looks like I'm going back over to the meadows.
to supply me with the highest grade of carnivore food known to man. And after a bit of looking, I found my next victim.
Alright, sorry, not sorry. What?
Now I can finally go back and get the Rex's breeding. Except for some reason, I flew back to my base instead of the Rex. Don't know what was going through my head, to be honest.
Oh wait, I forgot to tame the Rex.
So I flew back and fed it, and when I tamed, I named it.
I'll name you Rex Somali.
Back in my base, I threw out the Rex.
Alright, let's get these things breeding. Start pumping out some eggs.
And I also crafted myself a fridge for the upcoming eggs so I could store them without them spoiling. And soon after that, my first fertilized Rex egg dropped. I started day 15 off by letting the Rex egg incubate. And there was also a second egg waiting for me, so I threw that one out too. And I decided to have an intense staring contest with the eggs, until a third one dropped and I stored it back in the fridge for the future. And the staring contest continued until the first egg hatched.
Either.
The poor Rex, however, didn't know what was coming. I picked up my hatchet and started smacking it, and it gave me quite a bit of experience.
Oh yeah, I found the strat. I knew it all along. And free hide farm.
And while Spawn killing the first Rex, the other one thought he could get away from me.
Where are you, boy? Is it in my base? Where is it? Oh, it got stuck in my base.
Yeah, and he thought he was being sneaky. As hard as the Rex tried to save itself, it could not escape its inevitable demise. And I also got another idea to boost my experience grinding even further.
Oh, and then if I get a toilet, I can get double experience. So I'll just stockpile eggs until I get that.
And I unlocked a bunch of new darts already, just from the 5 levels I got from killing 2 baby Rexes.
5 levels just like that though? Not complaining.
So I got to making the toilet to further speed up the process. However, I need some raw metal for some reason. So I left my base to go gather some.
Oh, hey there. Kinda right outside my base.
Also, I smacked a tree a few times because I was running low on a wood supply. Anyway, time to set up the toilet. This is where the water in my cave really comes in handy. Otherwise, I would have had to drag a line of irrigation pipes from the nearest river.
Easy.
After that, I also looked into getting myself a sword so I could kill the baby Rexes faster.
50 metal is crazy.
And I waited for one more egg to pop out, and then I'd put my new XP farm to the test.
Alright, let's hatch this batch of 4. Let's see how it does with sitting on a toilet. How much experience I get. I'd really like to get to level 100, because then I'll have everything unlocked I need, like strong narcotics, stuff to tame kaijus, all that.
In the beginning of day 16, the Rexes started popping out, and I got ready to unleash my wrath upon their unfortunate souls. But I only got 4 levels this time, kinda disappointing. At least I got some prime meat which I split up in my inventory to spoil for spoiled meat. Also, I took out my parasaur to go farm some narco berries, and I decided to go back to my old island. There were no more kaijus here at the moment, so I decided it would be a perfect spot.
Alright, I'm gonna farm a bunch of narco berries, because honestly, I might have strong enough tranks now to actually knock out a kaiju and try and tame one. But I'm gonna have to farm quite a few narcotics for him. I might have to tame even a better berry farmer to do it. Probably a Bronto.
I soon found out that I was not alone on this island.
Oh, Colossus. Either just want to farm some berries and be on my way.
So I quickly finished up the farming and picked up Perry and went back to my base.
Okay, that should be enough.
And back at base, I crafted whatever narcotics I could. And I also waited for some more meat to spoil and then made another mortar and pestle. And then I got an uninvited visitor at my front doorstep.
Whoa! This thing better not be able to kill my stuff inside. If this stuff can kill my stuff inside the cave, I'm gonna have a problem. It's a max level too.
Anyways, back to progressing. I made a few more of the powerful tranks, and I unlocked the long neck engram, which made stronger variants of the trank darts. And now it's time that I go tame a Bronto, because I could still farm berries with my parasaur, but honestly, I'd really rather do it with a Bronto because it's much more efficient.
Alright, let's go tame a Bronto so I can farm berries more efficiently.
But the dragon was still outside of my cave. But he seemed to just be chilling, minding his own business, so I carried on.
Ooh. Hey, looking for Brontosauruses. Ah, perfect. High levels? Preferably? No. Definitely gonna get a high level to maximize berry farming production.
Berry farming production? Don't question it, you know what I meant. I also spotted a Famuto, which I'd like to tame at some point.
Oh, I thought that was a good Famuto. Oh, I can definitely knock out a Famuto, dude.
I just gotta get enough tranks to actually do so. Anyway, shortly after that, I found a perfect Bronto to tame.
Ooh, I think I saw a good level. 150, what I'm talking about.
So with the 4 arrows I had, I'd knocked the long-necked lizard out. And after that, I kited another angry Bronto out of the way. But I didn't have any kibble just yet, so this tame's gonna take a while as I'm taming it on Mayho berries. And it only did like 0.7% of taming progress each feed.
Oh, this is gonna take a while to tame.
So I threw out Perry to get some more Mayho berries for it, as that was not gonna be enough.
I'm gonna have to farm some more berries for it.
But these Lost Island bushes were really buggy.
Why are these bushes not harvested?
I was just now realizing how long this tame would actually take, and with the added risk of potential death by kaijus, this was not a good combination.
Oh, this is gonna take forever.
I had an idea though, however.
Maybe if I just don't load them in, it'll keep taming, and there's a chance of surviving.
My plan was to get more XP while waiting for the Bronto to tame, and back at base there was another surprise waiting for me once again.
Oh, I've got a foundation spam, so these can't spawn.
Day 17 and one bat decided that it wanted to smoke, so I clapped it with my main wing. And after a short look into the helper menu, I realized my plan of relieving render distance kinda backfired.
Why is its taming so low? Did it get hit? Oh, it's getting hit.
So I rushed over to see what was hitting it.
How is it down there? Oh, really?
Well, there isn't anything I can do about that.
Why is it only targeting mine? Screw you, man.
So I started farming more narco berries with Perry on a random island instead. And I also took out my anger on an innocent parasaur. Sorry buddy, I needed some more spoiled meat. Karma got on me though, because when I looked back at my parasaur, it was under attack.
Oh no!
So I trapped it and then dipped back to another island where I peacefully continued farming. Except I wasn't safe there either.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the stalker was doing, but I'm glad it didn't kill my Maywing. Also, the 150 Bronto was still knocked out. Somehow, it didn't die from the Colossus.
I'm thinking that Bronto might tame, honestly. Might just bank on it. I don't know if that Colossus is still above it smacking it or not.
So I returned back to my base and started crafting some more narcotics. And I also decided to craft me a soul gun so I could trap the Bronto from afar just in case if the Colossus is still standing over it when it tames.
Okay, just made a soul gun. Should make it easier to put stuff away on the go. I'm thinking I might have to steal the tamed Bronto once it does actually tame from under the Colossus.
And it would also come in handy to trap my dinos faster in dire situations just like this one. But in the meantime, I started incubating some Rex eggs I had stored away.
Some more Rex egg incubating to, you know, put down for levels.
So after taking a quick dump, I got to slashing and killing all the innocent Rexes in the name of progress, and I was up to level 75.
75, not bad.
Day 18, and I'm still waiting for the Bronto to tame while collecting Rex eggs. And I'm also spoiling meat and crafting narcotics. And I crafted up a Bronto saddle as well, as I'm soon gonna need it.
Alright, whipping up a Bronto saddle. Still praying that the Bronto does actually tame. Last I saw, there was a Colossal over it.
And after waiting long enough, the Bronto was about to tame, so I headed out and tried to capture it.
Alright, my Bronto should just be about to tame. I'm not sure if there's a Colossal still on top of it, so gotta be quick. It's gonna try and swoop in, get it in the ball, and dip.
And it tamed while I was flying to it, so that was a good sign.
Okay, tamed. It's not taking damage. The Colossal's right there. It left it alone after hitting it a bunch. So I messed up my tame, but I still have a Bronto. Bang. Just like that, I'm out. Thank you.
Back to my base I go with this new Bronto. This would be a game changer in farming berries. And fittingly, I named it Berry Brontosaurus.
Berry Brontosaurus. Yeah, I don't know.
Day 19 began, and it was time to go get some berries with the new Bronto.
Now that I have this Bronto, I'm gonna go farm a bunch of berries.
And I'm kinda glad I left my island back when I was attacked by that dragon, because look how many kaijus were everywhere around it now.
Oh, just wanted to farm berries here, but I guess this island's yours. Bunch of kaijus around here. I think I wanted to live on that island a few days ago.
Eventually, I found an area that looked secluded enough from the kaijus to actually farm the berries.
Okay. I think this is safe to try and farm some berries. Oh yeah, this is so much better. Used to have to spend like 5 minutes getting 500 narco berries. Now I'm getting 500 each swing.
But because the art gods hate me, an itchy I accidentally hit with my Bronto ate all the narco berries that I just farmed.
What did I just hit? No! It just ate all my narco berries.
And to top it all off, it also stole my cooked mutton. I swear these little annoying birds have no chill. And I of course wanted to get revenge, but the game screwed me over even more.
Dude, they're just not registering. I've hit all my shots, but they don't register.
Nope.
And that one. This is so stupid.
But my Bronto made quick work of it, and I returned to doing my thing.
Oh no! What is that? Fairy Tail Dragon? Is it mad at me? Not tameable, but they look chill. Okay.
Okay, so the area got compromised, so of course I dipped.
Oh, there's a Titania around here, so I'm gonna leave.
And I almost flew right into a Kiryu.
Oh my god, a Kiryu.
And this thing was relentless.
Oh my god, he's right there. How'd you find me? Oh, I'm dead here. Okay, leaving base. How did this thing find me?
So now there is a dragon and a Kiryu right outside of my base. But that's a future problem for future me. Back to making narcotics I go, because I really want to tame my first kaiju. And I was thinking about what kaiju I actually want to tame first, and I'm really liking the idea of taming the Famuto.
Gonna need a bunch more spoiled meat. And then honestly, I might be able to tame a Famuto. Really like to. I need more mortar and pestles probably. Oh my god. It is right outside.
I started crafting gunpowder as well, so I could start using a long neck instead of a crossbow.
I gotta make up some gunpowder now to make rifle bullets so I can make trinks. Specifically, yellow trank darts.
Also, I had a few Rex eggs in my fridge, so it was now time to get some experience and prime meat to spoil. And by the end of my killing spree, I was level 79, slowly getting towards a level 100. And I'm still sitting in my base crafting narcotics, but I also went out on a quick farm.
Missing 7 narcotics for 1 more, so I'm gonna go farm this real quick.
And by one out, I mean literally throwing my Bronto right outside of my base at the entrance of the cave and farming the bushes with a single swing.
Can I farm them right here? I can.
So I returned back to make a few final narcotics that I would need, and I then got ready to leave the base in search of a high-level Famuto.
Alright, I've got 8 tranks, which should put out 160,000 torpor minimum. So I'm gonna go try and find a Famuto now that I can tame.
I flew along the coasts of the jungles and to the volcano where I found a Mothra that seemed to be bugged into the mesh.
Bell crawler? What is happening? Oh, it's a Mothra.
Buggy kaijus aside, I also looked through the meadows but with no luck of finding a high-level Famuto. But as night was approaching, I found one that was almost a max level, but I wouldn't tame it just yet. I wanted to get a few more tranks just to be sure I could actually knock it out. I don't know how fast these things torpor actually do drain.
I think I just need a few more tranks to safely tame it. So I'm gonna go farm those.
But not on the island I was heading towards.
Oh my god. Can't even land in peace.
And by the end of the day 20, I'd found a spot where I'd farm up the rest of the berries that I needed. Day 21, and I finished farming narco berries. And I got ambushed by a shadow main.
No! Fly, boy! There we go.
I also wanted to get some extra spoiled meat, so unfortunately for this random dodo I found, well, it was game over for him. Except I missed my first shot even though I was aiming at its head. But I barely got any meat, so I moved on to a bigger target, and I slot capped myself with just 2 parasaurs. So I then left back to base where I started crafting some more narcotics. But a swarm of bats once again had spawned inside my cave, and I had to kite them out or they'd kill all my dinos.
Oh, no, 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 ducky. Okay, I really gotta block off the spawns here. This is becoming a constant problem.
And as usual, one bat had the balls to come back in for the smoke, so I dealt with it accordingly. Some of my narco berries just disappeared for no reason as well. I'm not sure how it happened, but I suspect being slot capped had something to do with it.
What? Where'd like half my narco berries go? I think they got voided.
But the spot at my cave's entrance was actually really good for farming berries, as it gave a bunch and I didn't have to leave the safety of my base.
Farm more of the berries out here since I can get, honestly, like a whole farm's worth literally right here. It's actually crazy. Do I even need to leave my base anymore, dude?
So I kept on crafting narcotics, as well as collecting and hatching Rex eggs and then making tranks.
Alright. Oh wait, the Rex hatched. Shoot.
But for some reason, the dead Rex bodies kept falling into the mesh right after they died.
Bye, have a great time.
Oh, the bodies just fall to the floor.
Anyway, I also unlocked the next tier of narcotic as well that is even stronger than the previous one.
Level 82, I think that just unlocked another narcotic.
Day 22 began, and today is the day that I'm gonna go tame that Famuto.
Alright, I finally have, I believe, everything I need to tame this Famuto.
So I returned back to the place where I saw it before.
It should be right here. Maybe it's not right here. Did I lose it? It better not have despawned. No. Oh, it's right there, okay.
And for some reason, my Maywing decided to abandon me at the worst time possible.
No, no, no. Where you going? What? Ducky! Ducky! Ducky just left me out to dry like that.
That was unfortunate, but I have another Maywing for situations like this.
Alright, this is why I came prepared, and I have another Maywing. It's just, do I have the stuff for a saddle for it? Probably not. I think I do. I think the Famuto's roar scares them away. It would have been nice to know.
So I quickly made a saddle and then saddled it back up and leveled my other Maywing and then left to go get my stuff back.
Okay, try and go get my stuff back.
Luckily, the Famuto was distracted far enough away from my bag so I could peacefully get my stuff back. And it's at this point I still didn't have a plan on how I'm actually gonna tame this thing.
It's so quick. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. It's just decimating everything. No idea how I'm supposed to tame this.
But I desperately wanted it, so I stuck to the good old ways of taming an arc, and that's just to shoot it with trank darts while running around it.
I feel like once I have this guy though, everything else will be a lot easier.
But it didn't start well as I literally missed my first shot. And I can't afford the miss as these tranks are really expensive and I don't want to spend any more time farming. So to be safe, I actually did go back to my base to reform the resources necessary for some more trank darts just so this doesn't have to happen again.
I need to farm some metal.
And I then went around the map farming all the metal I could find. And upon returning back to base, I was greeted again by, once again, you guessed it, bats.
Oh, not again. I really gotta block the spawns. Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Day 23 and I learned you can't bowl the bats. So I just kited them away, but I accidentally got mega rabies in the process. So enough was enough. I grabbed my leftover foundations and placed them around to block off the bat spawns for good.
Alright, I'm gonna block these spawns off because I'm tired of these bats.
And the dragon right outside my base was starting to cause a problem.
Oh! Oh! We can be hit inside the base. Not good.
But it's not a problem I can solve right now though, so I just need to keep farming tranks.
Alright, gotta go farm meat for more spoiled meat.
But of course no farm run happens without some type of pest annoying me. This time it was micro raptors.
Shoot. I need meat anyways.
So I kindly accepted their donation and then took out my anger on a nearby parasaur. And not even the pteranodons were safe for me this time. So after killing another microraptor and a parasaur, I was slop capped with meat and I went back to my base.
Alright, this could be a little risky, but I need berries. Again, this is such a grind for this Famuto, dude. Spend at least 5 days, I think, trying to get it.
So I continued decreasing the parasaur population in the name of progress, of course. And this process repeated of farming bushes in front of my base and killing dinos for meat, and then spoiling it, and then crafting narcotics over and over again until the day turned into day 24. It's day 24 and spending 100 days on a Kaiju island, and I'm still yet to actually get a Kaiju. Alright, it's now time to try and tame this Famuto once again.
Okay, round 2. Why is Godzilla over here? No, there's so many Kaijus over here. Where's the Famuto guy? Do not know where he is. Oh, I hope it's not dead. I really hope the Famuto didn't die. I don't know how. Level 145? It's literally gone, though.
So the Famuto seemed to have despawned.
What a joke.
So instead, I tried searching for another one.
105? Nah, if I tame one, I need to tame a really good one.
And I searched through the land and sea until I found a really good level.
Oh, 140. Yes!
And this one was in an even better area where I could probably tame it. Also, this raptor thought it could take me out.
Bro, are we serious? Get out of here. You are irrelevant to me.
Why you bullying me?
Okay, maybe the strat's just to go behind it. Dude, if that's possible, since it just traverses whole mountains like that.
So anyway, I started shooting.
Come on. Yes, that hit. Okay, okay. I hit a singular dart. And I'm switching over to the really good darts. Okay, that hit. Now it wants me. Not good. Move! Move!
Yeah, if you couldn't tell by my reaction, that was pretty close.
No, no, passive. Oh, it's running. That might be the strat.
But complications started when the Famuto started fighting something.
What is that? Something's trying to fight it. What the heck? Move! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, we gotta glide. We gotta glide, my man.
But this is a risky shot to take, so I decided to take an even riskier shot for some reason.
Dude, that shot is just too far to send it. Did I hit it? Yes, I hit it. Okay, nice. That was good.
Time to take another one.
Right, it's distracted. Oh my god, it aggroed on me. I maybe could have got a shot off, but not sure. I don't know if it torpor runs. It kind of looks like it. It's like freaking out.
And of course, an itchy had come and ruined the whole process.
No, this took the prime. Oh my god. It's fine.
But I then lost the Famuto again.
Where'd it go? Don't tell me it's gone, man. I've suffered too much for this.
Luckily, I found it, but it was super far away from where I started shooting it.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
And it did a lot of damage from even just running around.
Oh my god, don't stomp on me. Ow, ow!
And with it running from high torpor, it was near impossible for me to land a shot once again.
Dude, this thing is booking it.
But I made a huge mistake.
No! No! No!
I landed right underneath it, resulting me getting stomped into the ground along with my Maywing. After spending countless days farming narcotics preparing to tame a Famuto, I just fell short of my goal, leaving me dead multiple times and both of my Maywings dead as well. So, I've decided to declare war on all Kaiju. They've taken my friends, my tames, and most importantly, my pride. After 24 days on this horrible island, I'm still yet to kill or tame a Kaiju. So if the Kaiju aren't with me, they're against me. It's time to lock in. This was no time to stop, however, so after that quick motivational speech, I gotta get back to it.
I guess when you're all the way at the bottom, the only way to go is up.
I started re-kitting and I hatched one of my Maywing eggs, and while waiting for it to grow up, I named it Nugget.
Nugget. Oh, I should have been raising the other one, so I'm gonna need to breed these in case, you know, something bad happens again.
And finally, luck was on my side, as I got triplets from the other Maywing egg.
Oh! Okay, well, that's pretty helpful actually. Triplets.
Now, because I'm the most creative person on this arc, I named them the following: Uno, Dos, and Tres.
Don't really know what else to name them.
And I also crafted a new sword, since I lost the other one under the Famuto's foot. And I also made some parachutes and bullets before the end of the day. It's the start of day 26, and Nugget has now grown up.
Alright, Nugget is fully grown. And there's a category 5 Jaeger right outside my base.
I was on my way to get some crystal.
Oh, the guy is guarding the crystal, man. Godzilla? Either. Just here for some crystal, don't want any problems.
But it wasn't gonna work, or it wasn't safe enough at least, so I had to go somewhere else.
Okay, look for crystal somewhere else.
Since I came across this metal that I farmed as well.
Hey, I'm gonna farm some metal as well. Might as well since I'm out.
I also contributed to the Parasaur extinction once again, and I then flew back to my base. And somehow, even though I had foundations everywhere in this cave, more bats had spawned. But bats aside, I was running painfully low on wood supply, so I had to go out and actually get some. However, bats weren't the only nuisance in front of my cave.
Oh my god. I'm gonna farm some wood, man.
And the Kaijus outside the cave were providing me with quite the light show.
What the heck?
Prehistoric rave parties aside, I was in need of narcotics once again, since I literally lost all of my tranks that I spent so long farming for. Anyway, you probably already know what this means. A not so peaceful visit to the Parasaur community. And after a brief look into my forge, I concluded a metal run would also be necessary.
Oh! Okay, hope they can't get in this cave.
And after returning back to my base, I called it a day. Day 27 that is, and I made the discovery I wish I would have made way earlier.
Where do you craft this?
A crafty spoiler. And it was pretty cheap to make too. But basically, this would rapidly increase my narcotic production as it could spoil what seemed to be any amount of meat in just a few seconds.
Nice.
So I crafted another long neck and a crossbow, and I'm slowly getting back on track here.
Time to get back on the narcotic farm.
Also, the redwoods were giving me an insane amount of berries. I can't believe I wasn't farming over here before this. But one downside to the Bronto's massive tail swing was exactly that. A massive hitbox which was hitting every dino in the area. And this time I only hit a Dimorphodon, so it wasn't really an issue.
Oh no, this may have been a mistake.
But I really do say that because Dimorphs actually attack the player instead of the dino. But since the swing hitbox was literally everywhere around the Bronto, the annoying bird got swooped out of the sky like a fly. And I very quickly became encumbered with all the berries that I was getting. Now this Diplo wanted the smoke, and I was also in need of meat, so...
Oh, it's running.
Can we just take a second to appreciate the pure comedy going on here? I'm chasing a Diplo with a Bronto for meat. Anywho, after the dramatic chase and a bunch of tail whips and a few sword swings, the Diplo was down on the ground.
Yeah, buddy. You're mine. Yeah, me meat. Easy.
And yes, the spoiler spoiled even multiple times of meat all at once. This thing is kinda broken.
Best decision of my life to add this mod.
Anyway, time to get some more meat once again, and since Diplos give so much, I decided to choose violence and cheese this level 90 for some meat.
Oh no way, I just found a spot where it can't hit me and I can hit it.
And some Pego also wanted the smoke.
Are you serious? Yeah, I'm gonna turn you into spoiled meat, buddy. Oh, it's so much more efficient, dude.
I also turned some of the leftover foundations that I had from that weird base on the island that I never built into resources, and I finally added ceilings to my base.
Finally add some ceilings and close off this base. Alright, let's go keep killing stuff for meat.
And I was today years old when I realized that Dinopithecus attacked Diplos.
Will the monkeys attack the Diplos?
The more you know, I guess. Anyway, now that I found a good way to get both narcoberries and spoiled meat, it was time to actually make a chemistry bench to more efficiently craft narcotics.
I really do need to get a chemistry bench and a better way of farming metal.
On day 28, I went out looking for kaijus that I could tame, since right now I probably can't tame that Famuto.
Alright, well, I'd really like to tame a Famuto, but we all know how that went last time. So I'm gonna go out and see what else I could possibly tame. I really just need one kaiju to, like, get the ball rolling so I can take down other kaijus. Maybe an Inguant? Or are those passive tames? Inguant? I don't know how to say their names.
But you guess how my little journey of looking for kaijus went.
Oh, here. Bruh.
And at this point, it was starting to be personal with these Kiryus.
Yeah, I might be removing Kiryu from this mod pack.
But I still need to go back and actually grab my stuff.
Alright, let's try and go get my stuff back. Oh, there's a Famuto, man. This Kiryu guy's gotta leave, though.
I tried using my very menacing voice to make it leave.
Leave! Go away! What are you doing? Why am I talking like this?
Anyway, I carefully went back for my stuff and yoinked it and then dipped.
Got it. What's that Famuto? They're just so unbelievably quick, dude. You don't know where they are. They don't stay loaded in.
But the Famuto was low level.
70. It's not that good.
But maybe it would be exactly what I needed.
Do I try and tame that Famuto just to have one? Maybe.
Not just yet though, as I wanted to scout a little bit more, perhaps just in case I find a better level.
I'm gonna fly around for a little bit too and just look for what else I see.
So I crafted 5 strong trank darts.
So I'd really like a good Famuto right off the bat. But like,
These kaijus love to jump scare me, by the way.
oh my god!
While flying around, I set my sights on an Iguanon, and it was also a really good level.
This is actually crazy. It has so much torpor though.
But honestly, an Iguanon looked like something I could actually tame. The only problem was that it had quite a high torpor stat, so I would need a bunch more tranks if I even wanted to knock it out.
Should I try and tame this? It's not looking like it does that much damage though is the problem.
But at least the Brontos it killed gave me some good meat to spoil.
I really need this meat.
So I kept on crafting and farming narcotics until the end of day 28. Day 29, I was planning on doing a berry run, but I was rudely greeted by a Gojirian at my front door.
Oh. Oh, right outside my base. I'm making my escape now.
And escape I did, especially since there was also a Kiryu right outside of my base.
Oh no, Kiryu. I gotta lead them away from my base.
But back to the original plan, however, farming berries. I also got an item drop from one of the bosses nearby being killed.
What? Not sure what could have killed that, but I'm not gonna question it.
And I found another really helpful item I could have been using this whole time.
Hunger generator.
It basically just drains food of the knocked out dinosaur so I can tame it faster. Simple but very useful. Also, look who came by to say hi.
Hello.
Oh my god, that's what killed it.
My good friend Kiryu.
Oh my god. I need this guy to go away. Just need some stem berries. All I want. I'm waiting to get blasted by missiles. I've got my stem berries. Gonna leave. That's terrifying. Alright, I'm gonna go try and farm some metal. Can I get out of my base? Oh my god.
And I found some free meat in the form of a nearly dead parasaur. Also, this Kiryu just wouldn't leave me alone.
Dude, he's right outside my base. It's stuck, that's why.
Anywho, I landed in my favorite metal spot and started gathering as much as me and my Maywing could actually carry. And back at base, the narcotic cooking continued, until I had 11 darts, which should be enough to tame my first kaiju again.
Alright, 11 darts can put out around 400,000 torpor. As long as I don't miss any. Dude, it's terrifying. Yeah, bro. Dude, if I actually tame something though, I could kill a Kiryu and then knock it off my list. Alright, that's my goal. I've got to tame something strong.
And this beauty appeared right in front of me, almost like it's begging to be tamed.
Oh, 135 Famuto. Can I like lead it down in this valley? What if I can like get it stuck right here? Oh, this might be my chance.
And I took the chance because I seem to never learn from my past mistakes.
What is it fighting? No! Oh, dang it, man.
As much as I'd like the Famuto, they just seem to hate me. Also, that's another Maywing down. I really need to get a counter going for these things.
Gotta make sure I Let's breed these real quick. Something bad happens.
Day 30 and the Maywings got done breeding, so I can go out and get my stuff back.
Got some more backup eggs just in case something horrible happens to Dose here. I really hope it doesn't. Okay, where's the Famuto? Doesn't look like it's in render.
So I grabbed my items and I actually found them right away.
Oh, there it is.
So time for attempt number 2.
Need to try and lead into this crack, man.
This time I would opt for a ranged approach, but with the tranks. So I landed behind it and shot it in an attempt to get the aggro.
Yes.
But it just kind of ignored me. Whatever, I would just continue tranking it out, I guess.
Yeah, I got a shot off on. Oh my god. It turns like instantly, so I've got to be super careful. Oh my god. Yeah, man, come this way.
So I took another shot.
Come on, connect, connect, connect. And how did that not connect?
And then an uninvited guest also appeared.
What? Where did that guy come from?
And I didn't understand how I was missing. I was literally aiming right at it.
How? These are not making sense how these aren't connecting. Okay, it's in. It's like in the ravine.
But because this Famuto is massive, it just walks straight out of there.
Oh no, it's out. Are we serious? It's so quick.
And I was getting fed up with missing my darts. I couldn't afford to do this much longer.
No way, that doesn't connect. No way! No way! How does that not hit? Oh my god. Did it just gap that? Did it fall? Okay, it fell.
And I finally got a shot to hit it.
Yes.
And of course, I pissed it off.
Oh, I'm expecting to get deleted right now.
But I didn't get deleted this time. Instead, a new problem arose.
Oh, there's Doug right there. Doug's like overpowered. Where is it? Hey, buddy. This is so scary. It's like perfect positioning, but...
After many deaths, I was afraid to even get off my Maywing, but I grew a pair and went for it.
Yes. Oh no, just dodged it.
And it was one dart away from getting knocked out when it started torpor running.
Oh, please go to sleep. No, it needs one more. I have 3 shots left. Oh, did it just aggro Doug? Doug, you're cool, right? Stay away from Doug.
And the Famuto was freaking out. I could not get a safe shot off.
What is your AI, buddy?
But at last, I went for the final shot, and...
Come on, surely that hits. Yes! Oh!
It went to sleep next to Doug, though, which could be an issue.
It's like, okay. I gotta get prime meat. It's like right next to horrible things, but it's asleep. Alright, prime meat. All that matters right now, prime meat. Isn't there dead Brontos over here, or did it harvested them? It harvested them. It's fine.
Rex started munching away at this Bronto, and this was my perfect chance to get some prime meat, so I helped to kill the Bronto. But I got nothing from the corpse.
No prime meat.
But I got some from this other Bronto. Thank you, Rex, for your cooperation. You will be remembered. That's if I don't accidentally step on you with my soon-to-be tamed Famuto.
Prime, yes, 24 prime meat. See ya. Okay, it's not losing food, I don't think.
So my plan was to make parachutes and then land on top of the Famuto to feed it.
You have to land on its back, or else you take damage just from being around it. I gotta have super good aim, basically. Colossus is gonna aggro me. I've gotta get rid of this Colossus. It's just trying to kill a dodo. Oh my god! It ran straight into me.
At this point, I'm convinced the art gods are just punishing me for my sins. That Famuto came out of nowhere and killed me instantly, and I had no chance to run away. I had a saddle ready back at base, but I was down to my last Maywing, and I only had one more egg in the fridge, so I gotta get it on this try.
Last Maywing. Oh my god. Where's that other Famuto?
With the Famuto out of sight, I quickly swooped down and grabbed my stuff, but something was missing.
What? Oh, he has the meat. Oh, this is so difficult for no reason.
And difficult was an understatement.
What, there's 2?
But I think I found their weakness.
Oh, it's in the water. I don't think they can swim, so I think that guy's stuck in the water. That could actually be so clutch. Yeah, he's stuck underwater.
But Doug was still around, showing off how powerful he is.
Yeah, Doug just mopped that thing.
I aggroed the Alpha Raptor to kill some Brontos in hopes of getting some prime meat so I can actually tame the Famuto in a decent amount of time. But I was getting impatient, so I went back and slowly landed on the Famuto's back with my Maywing.
Hey there. This is terrifying.
But as soon as I dismounted, my Maywing sort of fell through it somehow. So anyway, I now have no other option but to tame it with raw meat, so I just went for it. But something was wrong.
It's just not losing hunger.
I honestly have no idea why it wasn't losing food or torpor, so I was just standing on top of it wondering what I would do.
Dude, I don't want to force tame it because then it's not going to get levels. But I might have to. It's not losing torpor either. I might just have to force tame it, man. Just deal with it.
As a popular character once said, the hardest choices require the strongest strongest of wills, so I force tamed it.
Oh, no, it came out with levels anyways. Okay.
Listen, I had the stuff to tame it anyways, so just let it slide, okay? Anyway, I finally had the Famuto after all that pain, and I think you can hear the relief in my voice.
Oh my god. Okay, I can finally check a Kaiju off the list. I gotta go get my Maywing all the way down here. I'm gonna have to parachute off of it so I don't die. Oh my god. This was so much work, but it's gonna be so... I can't mount it. It's too tall. I'm here. Well, I guess I'll just land on its back. Okay. Oh, I'm literally decimating stuff just by walking on. I'm gonna name you Pain. So you're a pain in my
Back area. What did you think I was gonna say?
What do I even level in this thing?
And life just became easy mode.
Literally decimating stuff. Now this is how I'm gonna farm meat. Oh yeah. Alright, if worse comes to worse, I'm putting this in a crowd. Okay, how much health does it gain? Not a bunch.
Time to put this guy to the test.
Oh, okay. Let's try and kill our first Kaiju.
And I killed my first Kaiju that I can now check off the list.
Yes. Oh, 80 element? Are these Kaiju cells? They are. Oh, they spoil.
And since this thing already has a bunch of health, I could just level it all into melee.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put everything in the melee.
And I could also finally take my revenge against these stupid eels.
Hey there. Remember how you terrorized me off an island once? Yeah. Here's my revenge, buddy. That's right, buddy. Back to the lobby.
Next, I attacked a skull crawler.
I'm about to check another one off my list.
After killing those skull crawlers, it was time for me to finally head back to my base. And I also may or may not have checked a Gigamyth off the list.
Oh, there's a Gigamyth. I can take this off the list right now. Yup.
Anyway, the time has come for me to take my revenge on Kiryu.
Is he still here? He is. Okay, this could be really risky, but I gotta try it.
And I found a way to cheese it until I fell in with it.
Oh, I just fell on top of it. Not good. Not good.
But I soon got out, thankfully.
Let me out. Okay, I got away. I was gonna be so mad if I just lost my thing.
After almost losing my Famuto, I decided it would be better to just leave the Kiryu alone for now. But don't worry, I will take my revenge on it later.
So how do I make Kaiju cells? You have to reactivate them with element crafting station. Okay, so we'll have to craft element in that and then kill Kaiju's element and stuff.
Day 32 started off with me unlocking the potion smithy engram and then crafting one, with hopes that I could make some sort of healing potion for my Famuto. But actually making these healing potions was a bit out of my reach right now.
Whoa, these are pricey.
So this was the perfect time for me to start making base upgrades and focusing on, once again, progression.
I think it's about time, probably upgrade the base a little bit more. Definitely need a chemistry bench.
Starting off, I wanted to get an Anki for faster metal farming.
Alright, I think it's time to tame an RG and Anki as well to speed up metal production so I can get a bunch more industrial structures.
Not too far away, I found a level 140 RG which would be perfect. So I knocked it out with just a single trank and popped my Famuto out to get some prime meat and I fed it. And I also tried giving it this hunger generator.
Did these taming things actually work? Because it did not work on the Famuto. Okay, they didn't. Oh, it does work.
Perhaps the Famuto was just a bit too buggy, or it was a skill issue. I don't really know. Anywho, time to get the Anki as well, and the search for one went about how you'd expect. Aimlessly flying around the whole map until I found a level 130 and a level 145.
Of course there's a 130 right next to them. Wait, little do they know.
Yeah, I can just stomp on them, who am I kidding?
Alright, can knock Sarah Sue off the list.
But then I got humbled.
Oh no, there's a Kiryu.
So I cried the Famuto just to be safe, and I left just in time.
Oh, hey there. Yeah, that Anki's gone.
Not much I really could have done there.
Oh! Oh my god, dude. They're everywhere.
Yup, I got clapped once again.
Can't win out here. Cannot win out here. I've lost so many Maywings to Kiryus.
So I was down to my final two Maywings once again. And they both hatched, and I named them D1 and D2 Kiryu haters.
I think these are fitting names.
So I waited for one of them to grow up and rushed back to get all my stuff.
Let's go get my stuff back and then breed these guys.
Since I didn't see the Kiryu anywhere, I grabbed my bag and ate the poor dead Maywing and then left. And back in my base, some bats were waiting for me once again. Anyhow, I then bred the two Maywings. And I also popped out my RG and named it Metal Dude.
Metal Dude.
Yeah, I'm just creative like that. Also, I put the Rexes back on breeding because I'm gonna need some quick levels in the way for the RG. And I also fixed my armor and organized the items in my inventory. And again, some more bats spawned in my cave and they started harassing my tames. But the RG made quick work of one of them while I munched on the other. And once the Rexes and Maywings were done breeding, I threw the Maywing eggs out the hatch, even more of these cute platypus things, just in case I come across another Kiryu that sees me before I see it. Day 34, and I actually want to tame the Enki today, so I was out of the base before the sun rose. And I found a level 130 relatively quickly.
85, 130. Yep.
And I then fed it the hunger pill and gave it some mayo berries.
Ooh, it might need some more berries just in case.
And it was up in no time, and I named it
Farmer of Kaijus. Yeah, because I'm going to use it to farm kill Kaijus. The name's a stretch, okay? Alright, now I need to make this dude a saddle and go farm some metal.
So I made the saddle and got back on my mailing, and then went out looking for some metal ores.
Throw out the Famuto. Keep me safe.
But something was missing.
I forgot the Anki at my base. Yay, be right back.
So I came back to my base and picked up the Enki, and then returned back out.
Hey there. Is this guy really not gonna do anything?
For some reason, my Famuto did not care that I was being attacked, even though he was on neutral. So I took care of business manually, if you know what I mean.
Oh, not mean to hit that. Oh, Tech Gigamith dead. Oh! That was very worth it, okay.
But perhaps my plan of using a Famuto to carry the metal was just a bad idea overall.
Really? Maybe this isn't such a good way to farm.
And that was confirmed when I arrived to the front of my cave.
Can I deploy my maiming on top of this? Yeah, this is so not optimal to farm.
Transferring metal aside, more complications quickly arose.
Oh, that's a leatherback. Oh my god. Are we serious, man? Oh my god, I can't keep Maywings alive.
And I had to go on a whole side quest of crafting grapples just to get my body back. But I got it, of course, and then bred my Maywings once again, because I'm gonna need more of these dudes, let's be real. Day 35, and it's time to level the RG up.
We're gonna level this RG up by killing some Rexes, because farming with the Famuto was a horrible experience.
So I threw the Rex eggs out and went to farm a little bit of wood while they incubated.
Should be enough wood.
And as the Rexes popped, I started killing them, all in the name of progress, of course.
Thank you for your unwilling sacrifice.
So I continued committing horrible crimes against the defenseless Rexes, and I got a good amount of XP.
There's some decent levels. Alright, I should probably craft up some more forges so these just, smelt faster.
But I also needed some space for said forges.
Now, where am I actually going to place these? That's the question. I could use my roof that I made a century ago and never used.
And I moved the bottom two forges as well. And next, I wanted to get some more wood and metal so I wouldn't have to do this again for a little while. And after said farming run, I split the metal and wood into the forges and called it a day. On day 36, I woke up and chose violence.
Honestly, I'm feeling a little violent. Might just go on a killing spree. And I'll just use the excuse of checking kaijus off the list that I need to kill or tame, and getting levels.
That plan quickly came to a stop when I realized I didn't have any way of healing my Famuto.
Oh wait, no, I need to make health potions for this. Never mind, I take that back.
So back to actually progressing I go. Starting off, I was in desperate need of a chemistry bench.
Alright, chemistry bench. Gonna need a bunch of stuff for this.
So I started off by crafting some spark powder, followed by getting some obsidian to make some polymer.
Alright, let's go farm silica pearls and polymer. Probably organic polymer. And I need a little bit of crystal. Grab that, I guess.
First pit stop, crystal.
Yeah, I got the crystal. Let's go get the pearls now. Oh, here's some pearls. Arachne, kind of in my way. Little does it know, Famuto is about the dog on it. My Famuto, to be exact.
Packing up the Arachne gave me a bunch of experience as well.
Easy. Oh, 4 level ups?
And also, that's another kaiju off the list.
Alright, another one off the list.
Anywho, back to pressing E on my keyboard. And next up is polymer. The one you get with violence, of course, being organic polymer.
Now, let's just go farm some organic polymer. Did the mantis not spawn here? Alright, that's definitely enough polymer. Oh my god. Okay, time to go. We cannot fight. What is that? A destroyer? I've got to check out whatever that was. It's mad at me. That's terrifying.
Not something I can take on at this moment, so back to base I go. Day 37, I finally made the chemistry bench.
Last. Chemistry bench. Narcotic crafting should be much easier now.
And that being said, let's go farm up some narcotics. And by some, I mean a lot.
Then I think I'll just go farm up a bunch more narcotics.
But first, I wanted to farm some rare flowers for the health potions.
Gotta go farm up a bunch of rare flowers for these health potions.
And that was probably the easiest resource I've ever farmed.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna have a problem. After that, I just need a bunch of prime meat and then berry stuff. I think I do need to make a grill to efficiently cook prime meat for these health potions. I'm gonna be mass crafting them.
So I made one.
Perfect. Craft the grill. What do I need for stimulants? Spark powder.
So I harvested some rocks in my base and then made some. And next on the agenda was prime meat.
Okay, let's get this prime meat. Really kill an alpha dino would be great.
But for now, I would stick to targeting Brontos as they were everywhere and they were kinda hard to miss. But soon after that, I actually did find an alpha.
Ooh, alpha carno. Yes.
So I got more than enough prime and raw meat where I could barely carry it all. And I went back to base and started cooking half of it. And for the rest of it, I spoiled it for narcotics. And then I proceeded to farm berries and stimulants.
Alright, let's continue to farm some berries before the end of the day.
And I turned it all into narcotics and stimulants by the end of the day, so I can make a few health potions.
Finally, some health potions.
And they actually fully healed my Famuto, so these things are overpowered.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Since World War III was literally happening right above my cave, I decided to go out and settle the beef myself.
Alright, I'm gonna have to go up there and end stuff. It's so loud. Oh, it's a Kiryu. That makes sense. It's almost dead. This is my chance. This is my chance to kill a Kiryu.
So I then chucked my Famuto out and proceeded to go ham.
This is my chance and I'm gonna take it. Oh, I just hit a skull crawler. Don't care. Kill the Kiryu at all costs.
Unfortunately, I did not get the final blow though.
It's dead. Oh, I didn't get the kill for it though.
But at least I could kill the Gojiren, or that's what I thought at least.
My chance to kill it. I think I still got it though. Oh! Please be on neutral. Please be on neutral. Cannot lose my Famuto, man.
I rushed to make a man-wing saddle and then a soul trap gun.
Did it kill it? Oh, I think it killed it.
So I will be counting and checking that Gojiren off the list.
Alright, well, we killed a Gojiren. I'm not gonna count the Kiryu one though, because technically I didn't kill it. But my Famuto definitely did kill that Gojiren.
Now, it was time to actually commit violent crimes against spiders. I was in need of XP, okay?
Alright, go kill some arachnes for XP until I get to level 100.
And I also had beef with the robots too, apparently.
Category 5 Jaeger, don't mind if I do. I'll check you off the list. Yep, you're dead, buddy. Oh, I do need to kill a normal primal character. I think that was just a rogue Jaeger, so I just checked that off the list as well. Oh, I do need to kill this. Need this for XP. Thanks for the free levels. I'm gonna go kill more of you.
And I was now at level 95, which meant I got the final dart upgrade.
Whoa.
Remember when I got harassed by these dragons back when I was just trying to farm some metal? Yeah, time for revenge.
Hey there. That was easy. That's another one off the list, just like that.
And it turns out I can actually also tame these things.
Oh, we got Fey Relics, which I can use to tame another Titania dragon. I do want to tame one of those, but I know what I'm gonna do today.
After I got to level 100, of course, so I then continued decimating spiders.
Hey there. I'm gonna stomp you out of existence. Alright, 4 more levels. 239. Still hunting these arachnes. Hey, there's one.
There was one.
Don't do it.
Until I came along and made it disappear from the face of this arc. But arachnes were my only target.
I'm gonna kill this Titania over here. I want some more Fey Relics. Thank you.
How polite of me to say thanks.
Ah, finally. Another level up just like that. 2 more levels. I can be done.
Also, I just learned that the Famuto could dance. Yeah, don't ask, but he's got quite the moves, you can't lie. Looking into the Ingram page, I unlocked a bunch of taming items for the various Kaijus. And soon enough, I found a wild Karkar, which I killed and finally got to level 100, nearing the end of day 39. Day 40 began with farming berries above my cave with a Bronto. And these Pegos thought it would be a good idea messing with me. Rookie mistake. So I turned them into some more narcotics. And why was I crafting so much more narcotics, you may be asking right now? Well, that's because I want to tame a Titania. And these new Trank Darts were insane, dealing over 100,000 torpor in a single shot. So I made 4 of these suckers and took off to look for some dragons. And the rest of day 40 was spent looking for a said good dragon to tame, but I had no luck. So as night was approaching, I began returning back to my base. On the morning of day 41, another Kiryu was way too close to my base for comfort.
Oh, it's a Kiryu. Okay.
But besides that, I made an element crafting station.
Boom. Element crafting station. How is this supposed to work? Because I have element. Yeah, I need to get shards somehow. How do I convert these into shards? I just need to farm a bunch of element, but I don't know how to convert these into shards. Alright, screw this. If I'm gonna get a good flyer, I'm gonna get the good flyer. I need to grow a lot of crops.
Now, the water inside my cave would come in handy just for that. Growing crops. I would maybe even make a greenhouse, in fact. But I would also need to get a Dodic to actually farm for the crop plots since they're quite expensive. Enough ranting, it's time to get to work. So I flew over to the volcano to look for Doeds to tame.
No way, you guys both suck. At this rate, it would have just been faster to farm all the stone by hand, but whatever. Already committed to this Dodic. Even though I've only seen 5.
Somehow my ranting actually got me what I wanted for once, because I literally found a max level right after that.
Oh, 150.
So I clapped the thorny dragon to avoid some trouble, and I got to taming.
Go to sleep, go to sleep.
And after it was tamed, I named it Orange.
The base I go.
And I harvested the rocks inside my cave with the new Dodic by the end of the day. Day 42 began with a jump scare.
Oh my god, he's right above my base. Hey there. Oh, it's stuck? Oh, it's level 150. You can tame that with element?
I'm just gonna farm a little bit of wood. Hopefully this Kiryu doesn't mind. Okay, it was indeed not stuck. After returning with said wood, I crafted 12 large crop plots, and I stacked them on top of each other right behind my base.
Alright, time to farm fertilizer.
And by farm fertilizer, I mean sit on toilet dropping one load after another. And after I finished my business on the toilet, I distributed the fertilizer into the crop plots evenly. But I now have to actually get the seeds for them. And actually getting the seeds was a near-death experience, since that level 150 Kiryu was now stuck under my base and it was not happy with my existence. So since the Kiryu has recently obliterated half the forest above my cave, I decided to venture up there to farm berries. And I also got citronal seeds, which were the last ones that I was actually missing. Anyway, I got back on the narcotic grind after that, and I made a few extra trank darts, being the most powerful ones. And the bushes above my base have already respawned, so time for round 2, I guess. Day 43, and I am still making narcotics and darts because I want to tame me a Kiryu.
Oh no, is there another Kiryu above my base? Kinda sounds like it. Don't tell me this one got out. No, this one's still there. Problem is, I know this one can shoot missiles up here. Oh, and it can also shoot missiles right there.
But there was a slight issue. The redwoods above my base was a literal war zone.
Bunch of big kaijus around here. And the Famuto. Okay, this is definitely a range away. But I don't know that I can get hit up here. Let me test it with this dart. I did hit it. So now it's with the black ones in it. How quick does it lose torpor? Okay, doesn't look like very quick. I guess just keep lighting it up.
But of course, since I'm taming a kaiju, problems arose very quickly.
Oh, are we serious? Get this guy out of here.
But I chose violence.
I might have to kill this with my Famuto. Probably am. Oh my god. I don't want to fight that one.
But the other Kiryu decided to handle the dragon for me instead.
Oh, there's gonna be 2 Kiryus. Just throwing hands.
The dragon also had friends of its own, and it was now an intense fight between 2 Kiryus and 2 dragons.
There's 2? Oh, I think this Kiryu's fighting it. Yeah, it definitely is. It'd be good if it kills it. What?
Yeah, I didn't know I was dealing with Houdini here, but it just came right back to get clapped.
There's another one? There's just 2. This is literally right outside my base, too. Okay, one of them's dead, but there's 2 more. And there's the other one. Why does this guy want me? Oh, it's dying.
But more dragons just kept on coming.
And, oh, there's 2 now.
And very quickly, total chaos ensued.
And if what? What is happening, man? I just wanted to tame the Kiryu that's stuck. Oh my god.
And then another dragon died.
Oh, it's dead. This might be a chance. Hey there, remember me? Yeah.
You see this whale? Well, it's about to ruin everything.
Dude, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way it just pushed me off into this Kiryu. I have 1 grapple. I gotta get back into my base. I don't have any parachutes. That's not making it. Hey there. How are you? Oh my god.
Nothing can go right. Nothing. What are the actual odds that I survive a full-blown war in front of my base with like 7 kaijus around, and then a stupid space whale floats its way over to me and then ruins everything? I was just left speechless. So anyway, I got on another Maywing and started munching on the whale, but I wasn't putting out enough damage, so I couldn't really kill it, so I just picked up my Maywing and left. But I guess I got lucky, because right after that, I went down to get my body while the Kiryu was still standing there, and I actually managed to grab it without dying.
Oh my god, no way, I just made it out. Oh, finally. Okay, this is my chance. Get the whale out of here.
Another heart attack came when the second Kiryu appeared out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
But of course, more and more dragons came my way.
There's another one? They keep spawning. Why?
But at last, I finally knocked out the Kiryu, and I rushed down to it, just to be met with more BS.
What? What?
I guess that's a skill issue or something, so I made some more grapples and sleeping bags and then returned back to it.
It just hits the Kiryu's hitbox. It's so stupid.
So I couldn't even get my body back.
I'm not gonna be able to get close to it. What? I can't get my body.
And to top it all off,
What?
Yeah, I was not having a good day today. Day 44 began with me still trying to get my stuff back as well as actually taming the Kiryu. And it was gonna be no easy task, of course, since now there was another Kiryu stuck below my cave.
Why can't things be easy?
My only chance of getting my body back would be to finish taming the already unconscious Kiryu, so I waited for the other one to shoot its rockets and then I went for it. Parachuting down and I gave it element in the process.
Am I not dying?
But it was not eating the element for some reason.
Why is it not taming if that's what it eats? It's probably glitched like the other one. Last thing I could think to try before seeing if it's actually glitched or not is just one of these tame helper things to drain its food.
So I waited for the rockets to be fired again and then I went.
If this doesn't work, it's glitched. Oh, it's working! Come on, finish taming. Why are you not eating the last one?
But it seems the one tame helper wasn't enough, as it wasn't eating the last piece of element. So I respawned and then made another one, and for the final time I jumped down and fed it.
Oh my god, it tamed. Oh my god.
Since it was getting hit while I was asleep, the taming effectiveness was destroyed, and it came out with a lot less levels, thus resulting in me also getting destroyed by the wild one.
Why is it doing much more damage than me?
So I got off of it and grabbed my body.
What? I didn't get it?
But now that I got it, I cryopotted the Kiryu and then dipped.
I got it! That's how it feels. If only the taming effectiveness wasn't so bad. I don't care though. I have it.
So I threw it out and started figuring out the controls.
Alright, so how do these controls work? Middle mouse button launches the missiles. Okay, this guy needs to die because he's like in my base.
But this thing was horrible at climbing up mountains.
This thing is horrible for mobility. Come on, how can you not get up this?
I got up there from the other side and I clapped the Colossal.
Oh, it's gonna put this all into damage so these rockets do crazy damage.
Next up, I jumped back in and threw my hands with another Kiryu again.
Finally, oh my god. Well, I can now check Kiryu off the list. Finally.
Day 45, and what a day to be alive. My crops were doing great, and my time to tame a Mothra was now coming soon. All I needed was some sap to make a Scooby snack for it.
I'd still like to tame a Mothra. Eat sap, giant bee honey. How do I get water?
Anyway, my thirsty self made 2 canteens in the fabricator, and I filled them easily as I live on literal water. And the sap taps were actually really expensive.
Ooh, these are pricey.
But besides missing the pace, I also realized something.
Oh, I'm on my last Maywing.
Because I was now down to a single Maywing, my first job would be to go outside and tame a couple more Maywings to avoid going back to barefoot traveling. It was a spooky night, but finding a Maywing wasn't hard at all. The first one I saw was a level 145, and after flatlining an Ovis so I could feed it mutton, I tamed it. And basically as soon as it tamed, I shot it with my Pokemon gun and stored it for later. But the next Maywing I tamed was a level 110. Not bad, but my standards weren't too picky now, as I kinda need a lot of them because they die really quick.
Yeah, might as well tame it.
A few glides later, a level 130 was spotted by me, and you know how it goes by now. Shoot, tame, next. The fourth Maywing I tamed was a level 145 as well. So there's basically no way I can go back to traveling on foot now, as I have 5 Maywings in total. But I was still not satisfied, as they say. It's better to be safe rather than sorry, so you could have probably guessed by now, I tamed another Maywing. But don't worry, it doesn't stop there. I found another one with crazy color patterns, and on top of that, it was a level 115, so you best believe I made it mine. Alright, for sure, I now have enough, so back to base I go.
Now I have plenty of Maywings for backup. God knows I'm gonna need them.
And I line them up all inside.
Awesome. Got a bunch of backups now, and they're probably all gonna be dead in the next 20 days.
Yeah, I was not giving them a fair shot at life, but as they say, it is what it is. Moving on, I really wanted to tame one of those dragon kaijus, as they were a passive tame, so I'd go out and try and get one next.
Apparently, I can just like walk up to it. I don't know how much I trust that, but I'm gonna try it now. It's gonna go very badly.
But once I actually found one and put up on it, it was actually super chill.
Hey there. So you're cool, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I can just feed it. Okay. Awesome.
But as with every kaiju I try to tame, complications soon followed.
Oh, did it get hit? Whoa, makes sense. Land, boy. It might be glitched.
Since it didn't feel like landing after that, I just flew away from render distance and came back to try and reset it or something. But that didn't work either, so I just left before the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't know that this guy's gonna land. Might as well just go get cemented paste, you know?
As day turned into night, I was flying along the rivers and lakes of this lost island, stealing all of the paste these poor, hardworking beavers had made in their dams. Such a shame that I need all the paste more than they do. Anywho, I returned back to my base and craft the sap taps that I needed. And after that, I went out and placed them on a nearby redwood its tree. Now, since I didn't feel like making a whole tree platform, I settled on crafting a bunch of grapples instead to collect the sap when they actually produce some. But while on the topic of crafting, I also unlocked the industrial cooker engram, and polymer was one of the resources that I was missing, so you know what that means. I must wage war on the mantis population. So I flew over to the desert and summoned my Famuto from the depths of my pockets, and began stomping my way through these sands, killing every innocent creature that is unfortunate enough to be standing in my way. But I didn't have to end up suffering too many mantises because I got the organic polymer I needed to make the cooker, and then I headed back to my base. If only they knew their life was being ended just so I could cook some food. But that's what progress is at the end of the day. So after returning back to my base, I crafted the cooker and placed it right behind my toilet.
Alright, I'm gonna cook a bunch of medical brews because, you know, I need them.
Medical brews need narcotic and chinto berries, so I went out with my Bronto and did my usual berry farm. And I also checked on my sap taps, and they actually produced more than I expected in such a short amount of time.
Dang.
Returning back to my base, I crafted some more narcotics and then went out on a second run, and then this happened.
What? Bro.
Remember what I said about the Maywings not living 20 days? Yeah, I doubt they even survive the next 5. Day 47 and something horrible happened.
Oh no. We had a battle.
But this wasn't the biggest of my concerns right now, so I continued farming berries for more medical brews. And I farmed so many I could barely walk them into my base. But after a quick look into the chemistry bench, I started cooking. Moving on, since I was out of metal, I grabbed my Anki and RG and flew over to a nearby cave that I usually farm metal at. And I started swinging until I harvested all the nodes. But I was still not yet satisfied with the amount of metal that I got. So I flew out to look for some more metal spots. But I did not know the adventure I'd be embarking on just yet. As you can imagine, flying all the way around the map with an RG is not the fastest way to do what I'm doing. Matter of fact, it's actually the slowest way to do this. But anyway, I flew across forests, mountains, and hills, and actually through the snow, but I was finding no metal.
I swear there's no metal. I've been looking for metal literally forever.
In the early morning of day 48, I found a few measly nodes of metal, so I started whacking them all up, until a dragon came by to say hi. Wooed along to be exact. So the search continued for more metal, except an arachne actually aggroed onto me. And since I'm one level away from being level 105, I threw out my Famuto and quickly taught the spider a lesson that wanted the smoke. So after evaporating the arachne, I flew back to my Anki, and would you look at that, there's more metal literally right below me. But I couldn't just farm it in peace because this dragon just loved being a nuisance.
Bro.
I swear I've not had one positive encounter with this thing since the start of the video. So I started heading back to my base to end this unnecessarily long metal run. And I was never happier to be back. I dropped the Anki on top of my base and split the metal up evenly into the forges.
Alright, got all the metal. Let's go farm some wood real quick.
While peacefully whacking the trees for wood, I got jumped by some bugs. A rude gesture in my opinion, but I decided to spare their life. They should be very grateful to me. Anyway, back at my base, I lit up all the forges before nightfall. And I ended day 48 off with the most intense stare down with my meat spoiler. I won. Day 49 started it off with me repairing my flak for the 100th time, even though it has not helped me survive the various Kaiju's attack once. Speaking of things that won't save me from the brutal Kaiju attacks, my medical brews were now done cooking. But besides that, I made a few extra grapples, and then I went to check on my sap supply. And it was actually looking really good, as each of the taps had 62 sap inside. Plus one had 80 since I had not collected that one before. But now it was time to get some flint, which I then turned into spark powder so I could craft more stimulant. And I crafted up a bunch of it as well as 10 more grappling hooks. And after that, I went out on my Maywing to search around for a Mothra. And I even flew over to the volcano where I last saw one, but sadly, it was not there anymore. And I had no luck in finding one in the desert either. Day 50, and I'm still outside looking for a Mothra. But after a while, I got bored of flying around and not finding any, so instead, I decided to go and do something I enjoyed way more. Bullying and harassing Mother Nature for its resources. And what I mean by that is I literally became a federal agent and started collecting honey from beehives. This is because bees were obviously not paying their fair share in honey tax. And my awesome spyglass made it super easy for me to find the tax evading bees since it highlighted all of their hives in red for me. And some of the bees started revolting and being hostile after I caught them lacking, so I showed no mercy. That's what happens when you don't obey the law, I guess. Anywho, after my honey heist, tax collection duty, I had quite a bit of honey to my name, and after collecting a bit of fiber and 3 more canteens which I filled with water, I could finally make one Mothra snack. But I just stored it away in my fridge for now because I still haven't seen a good Mothra that I could actually tame. So instead, I shifted my focus on making leatherback stew because I can actually make those, and I can probably tame a leatherback pretty soon. So I started off by going over to the ocean and popping out my Famuto to commit unspeakable crimes on the fish inhabitants. But the land dinosaurs weren't safe either, as I also did need raw meat. So my rampage continued onto land where I started stomping on Brontos and Rexes for spoiled meat. And I continued massacring everything that moves up to the redwoods by my base. And then I pulled off this amazing stunt. No need to applaud me, I'm just cool like that. And before the end of the day, of course, I had to do my usual Bronto berry farm right above my cave, during which I made my first bits of leatherback stew, and I stored it away in my fridge before the end of the day so it wouldn't spoil. Day 51 and farming continued. I made some more leatherback stew and got ready for taming as I loaded up my long neck with the highest tier of trank darts. And the search began before sunrise, so I got on my Maywing and gracefully slided out of my base. But then I kinda just circled the whole map, not finding anything worthwhile. So after taking a lap around the map, I came back to my base, but all of my tames started freaking out for some reason.
Whoa, whoa, what's going on? Oh, passive. Oh, is there a Famuto outside? Oh no, oh no, oh no, whoa. I hear it.
So I grabbed my Famuto to go deal with it. Also, this Onyx wanted to 1v1 me, so I clapped it. But the wild Famuto was actually quite a high level, so instead I chose to kite it away.
Please be a low level. 130, bro. Oh my god. Maybe I just lead it away? I think that worked. I think I just let it away. Alright, that works for me.
And while I was too busy worrying about the Famuto, my tames frantically ran out of the cave.
Oh my god, my... Okay, no, it has to die. My stuff is outside my base. Okay. This can't happen. Wings. I need to make a gate. That'll solve my problems.
So I then learned the Behemoth Gate engram and then threw all of my tames out and went farming for it.
Oh my god!
It can also teleport. Awesome. After almost getting a heart attack, I decided peace was no longer an option. So I pop out my Famuto and it's time to throw hands.
You're not winning this one, buddy. I feel like I'm gonna be here for a little while, though.
I also had to assert dominance.
Oh no, I don't want to dance! Stop! Stop dancing!
On accident, of course.
How is this thing dogging on me?
But my dance moves seemed to have actually worked out in the end anyway, since I intimidated it and it ran off.
What?
So I returned back to my usual business of farming stone and wood for the Behemoth Gate. And once I could barely move with all the resources, I flew back to my base and actually crafted it. But it was actually behaving really weird. I couldn't find a good way to place it to fully seal the entrance of my cave.
What? Was it obstructed?
Day 52 and I'm on my Famuto committing mass genocide on the local dinosaur population. I was once again in need of a bunch of raw and cooked prime meat to make more health potions.
Alright, let's craft up a bunch more health potions so I can just have these on me at all times. And make sure not to drop them. Alright, I have 7 leatherback stews. I would like to tame a leatherback, but I'm gonna need to farm up a bunch more narcotics for that.
That being said, I hopped on my trusty glider friend. I then bonked my head on my gate, but I finally flew out and started farming berries. And when I got back, I started crafting narcotics.
Alright, bunch more narcotics.
I also made 3 canteens again, since the ones I had before had magically disappeared to Narnia or something.
I don't know where my canteens went. I know I made some, but let's go make some more.
Anyway, I promptly filled them up in my humble pond. I also started crafting more health potions, and then I headed out to scout for a good leatherback, preferably a high level.
Meantime, I'm gonna go look for a good leatherback to tame, just to make sure that I have enough leatherback stews to actually tame it. Thankfully, you can see these things all over the map. What is that? Oh my god, 85. So 85 needs 3. I have a lot of torpor, man. Of course I want a high level.
And nearing the end of the day, I actually found what I was looking for.
That's another one. 125 needs 4 stews. Okay. It is a ton of torpor. I think there's one over here I'll check out as well. 25. Okay, I think we'll tame that 125.
So I had my target. Now I just have to execute. Day 53 began, and so does the good old berry farm above my base, except this time I was getting harassed by redwood monkeys. And to be honest, they are tankier than they seem. Now, why do I need more berries? Well, I'm glad you asked. I actually need more narcotics to make more strong trank darts, as I'm actually getting ready to tame that leatherback I saw back on day 52. I thought I had enough tranks to tame one, but I didn't. So I prepared more tranks and tame helpers, and then finally the stew, but I made a fatal mistake.
Fast do these spoil? These spoil pretty quick. Oh no, don't eat them! Oh, are we serious? I gotta make more, dude. No. I'm gonna go knock it out and just hope it doesn't knock out quick.
Pretty sure I meant to say wake up quick, but you get the point. So anyway, I headed off to the level 125 leatherback.
This is terrifying. This is really scary. Dude, I wonder... Oh my god, it's right there. Tame this off the back of my Famuto would be easier. Try and get on the Famuto.
And it was working, but the leatherback was doing some weird blast attacks, so I decided just to play it safe.
This is the strat, dude.
And the leatherback looks really fun. Just watch how it actually obliterates this arachne.
Oh my god, he just... Oh!
But the arachne was not the only thing getting clapped.
What? No! No, this could be the end of my Famuto. It's on passive.
So I have to act quick.
Any Maywings with the saddle? No.
I crafted one in the smithy and then saddled it up, and then leveled another Maywing and then took off. Luckily, my Famuto was still alive.
Oh no, it's getting bullied.
But another huge mistake on my end was that I actually forgot to bring soul traps. So now I've got to fly all the way back just to get crystal. And as you can imagine, that also didn't go smoothly as I planned.
No, there's bats.
But I just whistled neutral and wish my tames good luck. Fortunately, when I came back, I did manage to secure my Famuto though.
I got it. Oh, okay, I'm dead though, but I got it.
And it only came at the cost of my life to get it, but it's a small price to pay as I can respawn.
Okay, I'm happy, I'm fine, I got it. Okay, it's fine.
Day 54 in my rescue mission continues by crafting yet another Maywing saddle. Well, it's more of a trying to tame a leatherback mission, but it very quickly turns south. So I grabbed my colorful Maywing, and this time I glided all the way back out to my dead body.
My thing die? Yeah.
So I picked up all my stuff and then threw out my Famuto and continued with my strat.
Get one of those, right back to where we go.
And basically, to explain the strat to you, it's dismount, shoot, and then run away, all on the back of my Famuto. Anyway, while trying to tame the leatherback, a manticore was kind enough to donate itself to me, so I could also check that off the list.
I don't know if I've killed this guy yet though. I might be able to check him off the list. It's kind of just getting in my way.
And after 2 more quick trank shots back to back, he was out cold. So I shot my Famuto with the soul rifle and then flew back to base where I repaired my gear. And I also harvested some crops for a tame helper and then grabbed my leatherback stew to go finally finish the taming process and call this leatherback mine. Except it can't always go that smoothly. I got attacked by bugs because why not? Anywho, I eventually fed the leatherback and it tamed. Also, look at this bear accidentally biting the leatherback while it's attacking me. That was its first and last mistake. Nonetheless, I appreciate the 4 levels that it gave me, and it's now time to test this bad boy out. It also has a roar like a Famuto, and it can throw a rock. Don't really know if that's useful because it despawns really quick. But the best part, he can emote. Is that a thumbs up? Thumbs down? Anyway, what else can you ask for? So anyway, I ran around killing anything that looked at me wrong, just to level him up, of course. But I soon ended my carnage and returned back to my base because I wanted to figure out the whole element thing and how to craft different versions of Kaiju cells. So I started turning all of my element dust into shards before the end of the day. Going into day 55, I crafted my first bits of active Kaiju cells. Since I needed more shards, I headed out to decrease the Kaiju population for some element dust. So I kind of just flew around the map until I found something that I could kill with my Famuto, and I then threw it out and packed it up with this innocent arachne. And I kept on crafting more shards while I was out and about killing things. Also, quick tip, do not try and throw out these big kaijus in a forest. They're very glitchy, as you can see. Like, I couldn't even grapple to the Famuto, so I had to go down to the nearest beach to actually throw it out. But lastly, this Colossus that I found got deleted, shortly followed by a Terminate Queen. And the colossal population was not having a good day, as I found another one minding its own business, so of course, I had to put it down for element. But anyway, the search continued into the night because I do need element dust to turn into element shards. And this like raw element I have, I can't do much with it right now. I continued searching into day 56, but I cut things short and returned back to my base where I crafted more active Kaiju cells. And with these active Kaiju cells, I could turn them into enhanced Kaiju cells, which I can actually use to tame different Kaijus.
Yeah, I just crafted a bunch of these Kaiju cells for the first time. I want to tame... Pretty sure it's called the Owl Beast.
But leaving my base, I got a slight heart attack from an old friend.
Oh my god. Okay, well, that's nice. I'm just gonna go this way now. Anyway, what I was saying is, I want to tame this. Level 140. What's it doing? I was trying to hit this, but this is my chance.
And it got knocked out instantly.
Oh, it's already unconscious. Okay, it does lose torpor very fast, so I've got to go get my cells. Okay, well, I didn't expect it to be that easy.
Yeah, this might just be the first Kaiju I tame without complications. Also, if you're wondering why I don't bring the taming food with me, it's because 2 things. 1, they spoil like really quickly. And 2, I usually don't find what I'm looking for so fast, so finding a high level of whatever I'm looking for takes ages, and going back to 1, I don't want them all to spoil. Anywho, I grabbed the cells from my base and another tame helper.
Now, I'm hoping this is like comparably faster or fast as a Maywing. Maywings are super squishy, and they die in 1 hit to any Kaiju. And this should be able to take a few hits, so I don't instantly get deleted. Like, that's been happening this whole video. Hey there, how are you? Okay, the food drain did work. It does look to be taming. Oh, I might need another food drain. No! Just don't hit it. Okay, it doesn't look like they attack it.
I was wrong, there's no taming kaijus without zero complications. So I quickly headed back to my base and harvested a few more bushes and made 2 more food draining pills.
I'll toss out my Fumuto over here.
And I wanted to take some safety precautions, so I killed the Fenrir as well as all the annoying wolves that he spawns in.
I gotta get rid of these little wolves now.
Soon after that, I went ahead and finished taming the owl beast, and that's another one off the list.
Yes! Please be a fast flyer. Okay, this isn't that fast. Can it swoop? It can't? Oh, this is terrible. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I can bring this off the back. This is how I'm going to be tranking out kaijus now. It'd be way better if you could dive.
But this has to be the worst of the kaiju bunch. I mean, just look at it.
Why does it stand on its back feet? That's so weird. Why does it do so little damage, too? This thing's terrible. Yeah, so this is literally just going to be what I use to tame stuff. This is the weirdest creature I've ever seen.
So I named it Tamer. On day 57, I took out this supposed bee to try and tame something.
This thing definitely isn't slow, but it's not quick. Hey there, Ghidorah. A lot of torpor.
I really like that one though.
So I kind of want to get its aggro just to see how quick it is, you know? Because I need to see if I can run away from it. Okay, I bit it. Alright, is it going to take flight? I could just like pop it right now, but I don't have enough tranks. Does it not fly? It doesn't look like it really flies in the wild. I could probably tame this dude. I'll be back with some tranks, Ghidorah. Don't you worry.
So I had my new target set, so I did a quick narcotic farm with the Bronto back in my base. And then after that, I threw out my Fumuto to deal with a few nearby pests.
Oh, hey. This could be my chance to kill this guy, actually. Already really low. Why did he just heal a bunch? Am I about to get deleted? Oh my god. Yeah, I am not fighting that. Just want to kill this Kiryu right outside my base. Hey there.
So it took quite a while, but at least I got rid of the Kiryu that was right outside of my front doorstep.
Finally.
Alright, time to continue the narcotic grind. I also made up a bunch of food draining pills.
Wait, whoa. Why are you so low? What? No. Bro.
What killed my RG, I have no idea, but I'm glad at least the owl survived.
I technically should have enough to knock it out if I don't miss a single shot. But what are the odds that happens? Should I just go for it? I'm gonna just go for it. Wait. Oh yeah, I should be able to craft one more dart. Yeah, there we go. Makes me a little more confident.
So I flew back over to the Ghidorah.
Ooh, wait, why is Ghidorah low? What the heck?
And this owl strat was actually working really well.
What is it fighting? Oh, makes sense. Should have flew a little bit closer before I just wasted 4 darts. This thing's definitely gonna die. Oh my god. That's annoying. Alright, well there is a scoring thing over here that's actually a level 5, so I'm gonna kill this. Might as well check something off the list. Even though I really wish it was the Ghidorah.
And I really could have killed this thing before.
It really doesn't have that much health. Yeah, I'm dogging on it.
That's another kaiju off the list.
Alright, dude. Well, if I can't get a Ghidorah, I might as well go for Godzilla. First, I need to find a Godzilla because I need to know... Oh, there's one. I need to know how much atomic fish meat I need to farm.
So that was the plan, to find and tame a Godzilla. But finding it was the easy part because they're huge and there's actually a level 130 right there. But getting the food to tame it is where issues begin to arise.
Need 8 for level 130? I have to farm so much element. Alright, dude. Well, the only way I know how to get element is to kill Colossus. So I guess I just gotta start grinding that out.
And I got to work straight away, hunting down and killing every bystanding Colossus I laid my eyes on. But I only found one before the end of the day. I woke up early on day 59 because I had to continue my mission of exterminating the local colossal population for the element, of course. Not just for pleasure. Okay, I got a little bit of pleasure out of massacring, but anyway. So I switched back to my Maywing very quickly as the owl beast was just not cutting it. But after flying around literally the whole map and not finding anything, I returned back to my base. So I decided to grab my Bronto and start farming some berries instead. And after the berry run, it was time to get back on the element grind. And this is the time I took my Kiryu out and about for a spin. I had it laying in my smithy for quite a while now, and I wasn't really using it even though it's really strong. Probably stronger than my Fumuto. But what once seemed to be an island fully controlled by the Kaijus has now turned into a barren wasteland. I was actually having a lot of difficulty to find any Kaijus at all.
Where are the Kaijus?
So I returned back to my base once again, defeated, hoping that day 60 would have some more Kaijus for me to kill. Day 60, and I think the Arc Gods actually heard my prayers because a Colossus spawned right on top of my base. So obviously I threw out my Kiryu and then healed it up and started throwing hands at the giant.
Oh, I should have been using Kiryu this whole time, man. He's so much stronger.
Now it's just rinse and repeat.
Oh my god. Hey.
And I found this while looking for Colossuses.
Oh, I do have a Mothra cake. I don't know how many they take though. I'm locked in. I'm locked in on getting element though for Godzilla.
So back to harassing the red giants I go. While flying around the meadows, I came across these 2 kaijus I'm yet to check off my list.
I think I've got to check both of these off. Alright, well, I might as well. They're both right here. And I've got a Kiryu in my back pocket.
And the behemoth didn't mind me at all.
Hey, why is it not fighting back? It's kind of looking at me. Interesting tactic. Oh, now it's mad. Oh, what is happening? Brutal stun? Dude, this Kiryu is just a tank, man. Imagine if it got all the levels when the tame tank. Oh, they give element. Oh, thank you. I needed that. Oh, what is that? Oh my god.
Also, this was really worth it for the element farming aspect of things.
Farming element from his dead body currently. Farming a lot of element. Holy. That was very profitable. So let me check that guy, Behemoth, off the list. Alright, now, Goliath. Doesn't look too hard to kill. Nope, shouldn't be hard to kill at all. It is powered down. Maybe I can kill it before it powers up. Wow. That was easy.
After that, I took flight once again to find another Colossus. And you already know what happened to it. But its death also marked the end of day 60. Day 61 was spent flying around the whole map looking for more Colossus. But somehow, I didn't find a single one throughout the whole day. But I did find a random Paracer, so I took out my Angeron and then continued my search. But I didn't find anything, so back to base I go. Waking up on day 62, I started off by crafting some more black narcotics.
Oh, I have a bunch of narcotics left over. Heck yeah.
So I turned them into darts.
Alright, I've got 12 darts. I do have to find a Godzilla, though. There's a Mecha Godzilla. Hey there. What do you take the tame? Mecha G batteries. Nope. Is there not a Godzilla over here? What? Hello? Maybe not. Okay, I thought there was a Godzilla over here. Appears I'm mistaken, though. I'll fly around until I find one.
And I found one.
There's a Godzilla in the snow. Level 30, bruh.
So I kept looking.
Yeah, there's a Godzilla.
Little did I know I was about to be disappointed once again.
Level 25, bruh.
But at least they were really easy to spot all the way across the map. I mean, no duh, they're literally enormous. Just like your anyways. While gliding around, I came across a Mothra, however.
Ooh, level 110 Mothra? How many cakes you need? Let me go check on my sap taps. I know my saps will have enough sap, obviously. It's just getting the bee honey, which is going to be annoying. Maybe, though, with this guy, that'll make it easier. Shoot.
Hi.
Oh! Besides the over-exaggerated head bob on the owl, it was actually just what I needed.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a ton of sap. It's probably more than enough, being honest. Now, just to find beehives.
So I was back on tax agent duty, collecting honey from these hard-working bees. If only they paid their taxes, we wouldn't have this problem. So after collecting enough money, honey, I returned back to my base. And I collected a bunch of stem berries at the entrance of my base and made some stimulant to finally make a Mothra snack. Also, there was a Famuto outside being annoying once again, just yelling around everywhere, so I had to hide all of my tames.
Oh, quit. I'm gonna start keeping everything in balls, dude.
But besides me putting the tames into the balls, it was now time to go out and tame the Mothra.
Where's the Mothra? There it is. I don't trust that leatherback one bit.
So I first have to deal with that, and I did deal with it, but I also managed to aggro an Ingwa in the process.
I didn't have beef with— oh! That hurt. I didn't have beef with you, but now I do, I guess.
And it took a while, but I eventually took it down, even though it had super thick armor.
Finally check it off the list. That took forever to kill. I don't want to tame them.
And I also killed the Colossus because why not? It's just going to cause issues in the future. Finally, on day 63, I could actually get to taming the Mothra. Or that's what I thought until I saw how much cakes I would actually need because look how much one snack provided.
4? Oh, I'm not going to be able to tame this. That's way too much. Yeah, never mind. I need to like figure out how to get beehives or something. I would have named that. Probably just kill one to check it off the list, being honest.
So defeated, I go back to looking for a high level Godzilla. But there were none because all the ones on the map were low level. So I decided to do a dino wipe.
Alright, well I just did a dino wipe and hope I get some better kaiju spawns. But in the meantime, I think I might as well go check some other ones off the list. Once they actually spawn in, that is. Actually, never mind, because I just remembered that I did a dino wipe and nothing spawned in.
So instead, I resorted to farming some more narcotics because I'm gonna need them in the future anyways for actually taming the Godzilla. And back at base, I actually crafted said narcotics and then turned them into trank darts before the end of the day. The morning of day 64, I flew out to look for some more Godzillas.
Oh, 80, bruh. Just want a good level Godzilla. There's another one. Oh, 20, bro. Come on.
Now, even though these first two Godzillas were useless, I soon found exactly what I was looking for in the redwoods.
Oh my god, a 150. Okay. A lot of nasty stuff around. This could be good, though. This guy doesn't have ranged attacks, does he? Let me get some fish. Oh my god! I didn't even notice. It looks so stupid. Its textures are broken. Praying this thing does not have ranged attacks. He's not happy with me. Oh my god. What is he doing? That looks like a ranged attack to me. He can breathe lightning? I mean, I've never watched like a single kaiju movie in my life, but like, what?
But I kept swooping in and shooting it.
Oh, that doesn't feel good. Chill out, dude. Ain't that deep. I can't miss any more drinks, really.
But I was really testing my luck with this one.
Oh my god, that hurt. One more shot and he should be asleep. Does he not torpor run? It doesn't look like it. I hit him. Are you asleep? He's asleep. Is he?
Bruh.
Oh.
Yeah, that animation is awesome. And after that, I gave it the food draining pill and I got up super quickly.
Yes. Dame. Dame. No way we get a 150 Godzilla. Yes. Is it mine? Yeah, it is. No way. Almost max level Godzilla. Oh, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, how does this guy work?
And it also had some really cool abilities. So I started beef with everything in my vicinity.
Let me check Godzilla off the list now.
Now, this Kiryu thought it could pull up on me.
Oh. Oh my god. Looks like we're gonna have an actual beef. Dude, honestly, Kiryu still might be stronger. I'm running. There's two! Pretty sure Godzilla can swim, right? I don't think Kiryu can swim. No, they can't.
So the Kiryu is still undefeated regardless, but it's still nice to have a Godzilla. It is probably gonna be front and center on the thumbnail after all. Day 65, I woke up and chose violence.
I think it's time I do a little bit of hunting. You know, just with my Kiryu. Knock some more dudes off the list.
Starting off with a Callisto, the former hunter.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, I've got no idea, but it died instantly. I also clapped a Category 5 Jaeger. Then two more Kaijus that I needed appeared right in front of me.
Oh, I need to kill both of these. Horus and Wudalong. First, I'm gonna take out Horus. Well, that was really that was really easy.
But Wudalong was giving me some trouble.
30,000? Hello? Oh my gosh.
Even though it didn't have much health, it kind of just kept flying around and made it much more difficult to hit. So I missed a lot of rockets and a lot of swings, but after a while, I finished the fight.
Come on. It is so close to dying. Yes! Got it. Or, I mean, element from its dead body, too. Alright. Only 10 more kaijus that gotta take down or tame. Got 35 days left on this island. I think that's easily doable.
So back to base I go to do some more research.
Cherno Alpha. Ooh. I want that. So what do I need for a Cherno Alpha? Okay. Need a bunch of crystal. I've got the electronics. I can easily get the element. I already have it. No, okay, I need a little bit more, but so it's really just the crystal and the metal. I think it spawns it in for me tamed, but I'm not sure. I definitely need a lot more metal, but I'm really not trying to smelt all that metal in normal forges, so I think it's finally time to make an industrial forge.
I think this might be the latest I've ever been into 100 days without having an industrial forge. And since I don't have an RG anymore, I was left to farm metal with my tamer. But little did I know his life would soon end.
Hello? Oh, I need to kill that. Oh my god. I don't think it can pick up. In the ball. Oh, no, 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 no. No! Are we serious? No way, man.
And I couldn't even kill the dragon.
I'm killing this Ursa. It's mine. Alright, the Ursa's dead. Screw this, man. Just killed my owl. What a guy. Comes out of nowhere, kills my owl beast, and just leaves.
But it was just L after L today. So on my way back to my base, I got harassed by a Shadow Main. Then once I actually made it into my base, bats started biting my Maywing. But I took care of them with my Anki. So on day 66, I started farming element dust because I needed more shards. For Kaiju cells, of course.
Alright, need to find a Kiryu, because I'm pretty sure they drop element dust when you kill them. Oh, you think Jaegers drop element dust? Surely. Find out. Oh, I know this drops element.
And it gave me a bunch of element and also a little bit of dust, but nothing too special.
Is this a low level Ghidorah? I could kill this. Level 30? Oh yeah, I can kill this. You're getting off the list right now, my boy. Easy Ghidorah, dude. Just like that.
And another big target off of the list. Back at base, after crafting more shards that I needed, I made them into active and then enhanced Kaiju cells for me to tame a new owl beast.
Finally crafting enhanced cells so I can tame another owl or Horus. I think they're like the same thing. I'll tame whatever high level I find.
After I finished crafting the final few cells, I grabbed the rest of them and went off looking for a new owl beast to tame. And as night fell, I actually found exactly what I needed to tame. It was a max level Horus.
Oh, level 150. Yay.
So on day 67, let's just say I attempted to tame it.
Oh no! No! Maywing's definitely dead. Good thing I've got backups.
But when I flew back, my Maywing is actually still alive. Well, at least partially alive.
I don't think it's hitting. Oh, no, it's definitely hitting it. Alright, sorry, bud. Nothing I can do about that one. Get away from my body.
And when I got my chance, I snuck up and grabbed my stuff back. And after looking at it while it struggles to kill on a Margamasaurus for a while, I put the poor guy to sleep with a single shot.
That's what we like to see.
And after a couple of food draining pills and some kaiju cells, he was up and he was now mine.
Wait, I shoot off its back? Perfect. Oh no, why is it slow? I swear the owl beast was faster than this, right? Maybe not. This definitely does feel slower.
So now I was back to the original task at hand, getting the industrial forge for the Cherno Alpha.
Alright, now I gotta farm metal, which is what I set out to do before I lost my owl beast.
So I returned back to my base and grabbed my Enki to farm metal.
Now let's try and farm some metal. No, this thing is definitely slower than the owl beast, which is really annoying.
Anyhow, I farmed all the nodes in the cave that I usually visit. Now, even though Horus was slower, it did have one thing over the owl beast.
Oh wait, it smelts metal? Not efficiently whatsoever, but it doesn't matter. 67 days on this island, and I still haven't found a good spot to farm a ton of metal. Just kind of fly around and farm all the little nodes I could find.
Also, another discovery about Horus was made.
Oh, it voids metal? Wait. Oh, this thing's a crazy metal farmer.
So I did a little bit more research and found the best spot to farm metal on this map, and I flew over there and then proceeded to go to town. That is, until I got spotted by a manticore.
Oh. Yep, I'm gone. The metal's yours. The metal is yours.
But there was still a ton of metal laying around for the taking, so I had to deal with the manticores instead. And yes, manticores. There were multiple.
I'm gonna deal with these manticores. There's tons of metal up here. There are 4 manticores?
So I took care of them all and then continued my metal farm. Day 68 and the farming continues. I also decided to grab some crystal in the area, and would you look at that, it also weighs nothing inside of Horus's inventory.
Oh, it voids crystal too? Dude, this thing's a crazy farmer. King of Storms, more like King of Farm. Holy.
As the sun rose, I finished farming and then headed back to my base.
Alright, honestly, this might be enough metal. I'll just go back with this.
And once back at base, I was also once again greeted by my friends.
Oh! Every time.
I then sorted the metal into the forges.
Now all I need is a chainsaw and some wood.
And the chainsaw was definitely a well overdue upgrade to my hatchet. I could have made this thing like 40 days ago or something, but anyway, I have it now.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, wood farm.
Until it broke.
I broke my chainsaw.
But I hadn't gotten enough wood from that one tree to return and fill my forges. And while waiting for the metal to smelt, I once again became a tax agent. This time I wasn't hunting for beehives, rather beaver dams. I needed some extra paste as I was running low. But another resource I also needed after that was polymer. So I made a pit stop to the desert to lower the local mantis population. Day 69 and I'm leaving the desert because the Kiryu is not good at farming organic polymer. But I did actually have enough to make the forge. But what I didn't have enough of was paste still.
Hey, forge. What?
Looks like the beaver dams didn't pay their taxes once again. But I let it slide this time because I instead opted for farming stone with my dode and then making a little bit of paste myself.
Finally, industrial forge. Oh my gosh, that took forever.
Yeah, I think I was still too busy with all the kaijus because my base looked the same since around day 20.
Dude, I need to do some work to this base.
It doesn't look good at all. So I started off by picking up all of my forges and then the grill and then the element crafter and storing the metal in Horus.
Alright, let's work on the base a little bit here too. This still doesn't look great. Where do I want to place this?
And I also picked up the wall leading to what once was my hatching area. And I removed the fabricator and replaced it with the forge. But I didn't have enough resources to wall it up at the time.
Gonna have to do some more farming for the base here.
I didn't know where I'd put the fabricator just yet.
I am running out of space in my base very quickly. Where can I shove stuff? Do I really need... I don't need these boxes, man. Or this campfire.
Alright, just don't hate me for what I did.
Interesting placement, but it's gonna work.
Yeah, I'm sorry for those who have OCD watching me. I sincerely apologize. Just kidding, I don't care. Anyway, I also replaced the industrial grill as well as the element crafter. And I filled in the walls around my forge, and that was pretty much it for the base upgrades. Day 70, I returned to my farming duties with my doe. I needed some extra stone to finish off my base upgrades. And back at base, I was greeted with... you already know, more bats. Anywho, I placed down the 2 double doors on the top floor for easy access to the forge when depositing more metal. Very convenient. And next, I crafted and placed some stone railings around the edges of my base to make it look cooler.
Not this again.
Yeah, this weird placement from Scorched Earth has also followed me around. I hate the way this works.
Like, why does it place like that? Going to rage, bro.
But after some trial and error, it was done.
Okay, base is looking half decent now. I think pretty small, but doesn't need to be big since I'm in the shelter of a cave, but it works. All right, Cherno Alpha. What do I need? Element, electronics. I'll have the metal. I'll have the electronics. Okay, what about the crystal? No. Okay, I need crystal.
So I flew into a cave in the snowy mountains that had a bunch of crystal everywhere inside of it. And I started swinging until I had just over 2,000 crystal and I returned back to my base.
Why do bats spawn every time now? Without fail.
So I waited for enough metal to smelt till the end of the day.
Alright, I'm kind of just waiting for this metal to smelt so I can get a Cherno Alpha. I think I might just go kill some stuff and check stuff off the list. I do need to kill a Mecha Godzilla.
But not this one.
140. Oh no, I'm killing a lower level.
And soon I found my victim.
Oh, level 10? I can kill that.
And it didn't put up much of a fight. Actually, it was really doing the exact opposite. Being weirdly glitched with no animations and looking the other way.
Well, that was easy.
This Famuto got a little bit too close to the action.
Oh, I didn't want to fight you.
But it chose death, so I delivered.
Anyway, that was Mecha Godzilla off the list.
And I barely spotted my next target in the woods.
Hold up. Have I killed a Gaia yet? Well, I killed the Gaia.
So that's off the list now, time to dip. Also, this Woodalong wanted the smoke.
Get out of here. You're level 5.
So after a little bit of a hassle, I sent it to the afterlife.
How are you not dead? Finally.
But I got back to my base just to see more bats. Again, they're basically spawning in every time now. But after handling them, I returned back waiting for my metal to smelt. I really wanted to get this Cherno Alpha ASAP. Day 72, I woke up to finally being able to make the Cherno Alpha. So after a little bit of parkour in my base, I picked up all the necessary resources and made the Cherno Alpha.
Cherno Alpha. Spawner. That's expensive. Oh, I gotta like use it. Hey, let's go look for a safe place to spawn this in. I'm assuming it's gonna be very big, so okay, this is looking somewhat safe.
So I popped it and...
Oh my god. Oh, it just tames instantly? Sweet. Hello? Can I get in it? What? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, there's a Gigamyth. Let's try and use this big attack on it. Oh. It's like Thanos snaps it out of existence. Well, I did want to farm some prime meat anyways for healing potions. I guess I'll do it with this thing. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's pretty fun to use. And I can also check it off the list right now. My Kiryu is still definitely the strongest thing I have in my arsenal, but this is fun.
I changed my mind very quickly though.
I'm honestly just gonna switch to my Kiryu because this thing's fun, but it's not doing a very good job actually smacking the targets. I know my Kiryu is lethal. Maybe not.
Yeah, they're both too big to hit ground targets, I guess.
My Famuto is probably the best for this.
Anywho, I returned back to my base because I needed to make some more potions.
Alright, looks like I gotta farm up some spark powder stimulants so I can make more health potions.
So I ran around on what used to be my island, gathering rocks from around it. And back in my base, I also realized I now have no metal after crafting that Cherno Alpha, so I gotta do another metal run now.
Oh. Now that I have 14 metal ingots to my name, I think I gotta do another metal run.
So by day 73, I was back out at the mountains hitting metal rocks with my Yankee. And as the sun came up, I headed off back to base where I was greeted by more bats.
Gotta set something up and I'm gonna make a turret or something, dude.
So I proceeded to craft 3 large pillars and a couple of ceilings, and now I'll try and block off the bat spawns for good.
Alright, if this doesn't solve my bat problem, I don't know what will. Alright, I still need to hunt down few more Kaijus. Rodon, I'm yet to kill her or tame a Mothra. Probably just gonna kill it. Destroya, don't know how I'm gonna kill that because last time I saw it, I think it had like 8 million health. Then Doug, I have seen a Doug. I think you can tame them. And then a Kuki, which I haven't seen. And I also have to kill a Chitin. And then lastly, a Exonino. I don't know how to say it. It's on screen now. Anyway, let's go look for those stuff.
And somehow, despite not seeing one for the entire time I was on this island, a Rodon had just appeared right in front of me. Just kidding, the spawns were actually broken, but we don't talk about that.
Oh, that's a Rodon. Yes. Oh, 25. I'm gonna kill it. Oh my god. That thing is terrifying. Oh, there's more. Oh!
I threw out my Kiryu and hunted down to level 25.
Range attacks are crazy. Gotcha. Just like that. Off the list you go. Hey, let's keep going.
Except I didn't find any of the remaining Kaijus. Day 74 began with me getting wrecked by a wild Kiryu.
Oh my god.
But I can't even be mad anymore because it literally came out of nowhere and insta-killed me. Anyway, I grabbed the Maywing in my base again to go retrieve my body.
Oh, there's 2.
This time I got absolutely sniped out of the sky.
What?
And this time, I now have to wait for a bed cooldown as well. I swear I cannot have peace no matter how far I progress into this challenge. 2 Maywings down, on to the next I go. And after nervously looking around in each direction, I grabbed my body in the Maywing saddle, and then I dipped back to my base.
Pretty sure I need more Maywings. Already ran out.
Yeah, I'm indeed down to my last Maywing.
Yep, looks like I need more Maywings.
So I made some more blue narcotics. These actually were the weakest of the modded narcotics, but they could still knock out a Maywing in one shot. And after converting them all into trank arrows, I headed out to the meadows. Starting off with this level 140, which also happens to have a wild color scheme. One shot and it's out like a light, and I then started looking for some free mutton.
There's not a single Ovis. I'm going back to base. Screw this, dude. I don't care that I knocked one out.
And just when it couldn't get worse, I was greeted with more bats back in my base.
How? How?
The only way to stop this now would be to set up turrets, but I'm just too lazy to do that right now. Day 75 began on a much higher note, however.
Oh, wait, what levels? Ooh, that's right outside my base? I do have to kill this. Okay, I found what I'm going to kill.
In the Maywing, out the Kiryu.
Didn't I try this once before and it went horribly? Did it just not? Oh my god. Hello? Does it not take... And now I can get some hits. Why did it deal radiation damage?
And it just didn't take any damage from my missiles.
Ooh, that doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good whatsoever.
Even though it didn't have as much health, it still packed a punch.
This thing is dogging on me. It's because it keeps making me not being able to move. How am I supposed to kill this?
But I just kept smacking it.
It's not even a hard fight, it's just annoying.
Or that was the plan until...
What? No!
It pulled out its strongest ability, the Houdini poof into the mesh. Out of desperation, I tried leaving render distance and then running back to see if it would come back out of the mesh, but to no avail.
Dude. What a waste.
So back to searching I go.
Alright, well, I'm still determined to kill something. Oh, Mothra. Oh, it's that one.
By that, I mean to the one I tried taming before.
Well, I was gonna tame you, but since you take infinite food... Oh my god. Get out of here. I want to kill the Mothra, not you.
So began the epic slap montage.
Slap fight now. But I've got instant healing potions up my sleeve. Oh no. Get away. I'm almost... Okay, I killed the Mothra. That's all that matters. Get away from me. Get away.
Okay, that's the Mothra off the list.
I probably should tame Maywings now. Let's go do that now.
Back to the meadows I go.
Alright, let me find an Ovis first before I knock anything out. Finally. Hey there. Come to end you.
And that gave me all the mutton that I would need.
Hey, Maywing taming time. Victim number 1.
Out cold and tame. Next victim was a level 145. And then next a 135, a 130, a 150, and then finally a level 100. And that would be enough for now. Hopefully, they're probably all gonna die. What am I saying? Anyway, I flew back to my base. And on my way back, I actually ran into a level 40 chitin.
Ooh. I should kill that.
So without hesitation, I went right back outside ready to throw hands once again. But when I threw out my Kiryu, I got aggroed by a wild one.
Oh no.
And the rest of day 75 I spent running away from the level 40 Kiryu. In the morning of day 76, I was getting attacked while inside my cave, so you know I just left. And since I was out, I might as well try and find something to check off the list. And after a while, I did actually run into what I was looking for.
Oh, finally there's an Akuki. Alright, watch me send this thing to the Shadow Realm. What? Hello? Oh, this thing takes like no damage. Oh, never mind. It's dead.
So that Akuki is now off the list.
Alright, just need to kill a Kaiten, Doug, and Destroyer. I don't know why it took me so long to string that together. Oh, what? Dude, I wasn't even close to it.
Okay, maybe I was, but you get the point. Another Maywing down. I've lost count about how many I've lost. It's probably in the hundreds. But shortly after picking up my belongings, I returned back to my base where I was greeted by once again bats.
Bro.
And after putting down the bats to the eternal slumber for the 7th time this video, I pieced together that my armor was broken. So after repairing that and after watching the Woodalong outside my base break my gate, I've had enough. I went out and threw out my Kiryu and began the elimination process. And as night fell, so did the annoying dragon to the ground. Day 77 began with a quick berry farm accompanied by half the redwood's pests, but they got taken care of while I was swinging for the berries. But I needed these berries for more health potions because I was eventually gonna fight Destroyer, and that boy has a lot of health, so I'm really gonna rely on these potions. And as the sun rose, I finished my second run and made a few extra potions.
Easy health potions. I don't understand how I'm supposed to kill something with like 10 million health. AKA Destroyer. Okay, so for the last 3 that I've got to take down, being Destroyer, Doug, and the Chitin, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to tame Doug to be able to kill Destroyer. But I don't want to do that just yet, so I'm gonna have to take out the Chitin. So I'm gonna go look for one of those now. I've also just been informed that Cherno Alpha has a flamethrower that does percentage damage. Why does it always drop from up there? Why does it always have music?
After a minute of trying to figure out how to use the flamethrower.
U for flame attack. What? Can I just... Okay, so it does have a cooldown.
Since I recently just dino wiped, I returned to my favorite activity, swinging my Bronto's tail for more berries.
So in the meantime, I'll probably just farm narcotics. Got nothing else to do.
Day 78, new day, same plan.
Alright. I will find and kill a chitin. It's the last thing I do. Why is there a behemoth right outside my base? 115. I would like to tame that, being honest. Oh, never mind. It's probably gonna die to that Gaia. Just want a low-level chitin that I can kill.
But the art gods had different plans.
145. Yeah, right, buddy. Not even wasting my time with that.
But wait, it doesn't end there.
115, bro. Alright, well, the lowest level I could find was at level 115. So, I think I'm just gonna have to go for that. But I have either a really smart idea or a really stupid idea. Basically, I'm just gonna get all my strong kaijus, throw them all out, and make them fight.
While roaming, I also ran into another kaiju left on the list that I forgot about.
Oh, wait! I need to kill this! Oh my gosh. I have not seen a single one of these. Okay, one sec. Oh, don't go on the ground. Whoa! Oh, not optimal.
Even though it didn't have much health, it took me a few seconds to actually take it down.
Thing's actually putting up a fight.
And I fat-fingered one of my keys and accidentally learned a new ability.
What? I did not know that was an ability. Yes. Finally, I can check it off the list. Now, I just need 3. Doug, Destroyer, and a chitin.
So I returned back to the desert to bring the fight to the chitin.
Okay, there it is.
I prepared all of my kaijus, the Famuto, Kiryu, Godzilla, and the Cherno Alpha, which I was gonna be in, of course, since it's not really a kaiju, it's kind of just a mech. Anyway, I whistled followed on all of them and set their stance to neutral. But since I got bit by a scorpion while I was doing that, my torpor slowly started to rise.
Oh, am I gonna pass out? Not optimal. Oh, bro.
But after waking up, I was ready to do this. So as day 79 began, I rushed the chitin.
I really hope this works. If it doesn't, it's gonna be embarrassing. Hey there. Help me.
But my kaijus were ignoring it completely,
They're just not fighting.
up until the chitin hit them with an attack.
Oh, yeah, okay. They hit Godzilla. Oh, we're all stunned. Kiryu's mad too. Oh, yeah, buddy. Now you're done.
Oh yeah, this is how I should have been killing stuff.
Famuto's not even on it yet either. I needed to hit the Famuto. I think it did. Alright, now I think everything's attacking it. Oh no, a Tekojurn? We have to kill this quick. Kill this man. Kiryu, do something. Yes, 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 I killed it. Oh my god.
In the midst of all the chaos around me, I dismounted and started shooting all of my kaijus with the soul gun. And somehow I managed to escape on my melee without getting annihilated. And that is another kaiju off the list.
Oh, okay. Only Doug and Destroyer. Got like 21 days left to do that. That's gonna be a challenge.
But upon return back to my base, I stored away my kaijus and organized my inventory. Day 80 went a little something like this.
Dude, I've been grinding away for like 80 days now. I deserve a break. So today, day 80, I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, it's literally all I did throughout the entire day. Alright, enough napping. It's day 81 and I gotta get straight back to work. So I crafted up some extra strong narcotics and I headed out to find a Doug to tame. And I started off by looking where I saw one last time, but no Dougs were around.
Need to find Doug.
And the search came to a halt when I came across my old island. I wanted to farm some berries there, but I didn't have my Bronto with me. So after a quick pit stop back in my base where I also stored my dinos that I wasn't using, I came back out to the island and farmed up some narco berries. And I returned back to base by the end of the day and deleted the bats and then moved on to day 82. But the one thing I was missing now was spoiled meat.
Spoiled meat.
So on day 82, I flew back out into the world and started tearing through the innocent creatures with my Famuto as I was in need of more meat. No creature was safe from me, from Brontos to a dragon. If it dropped meat, it was gonna die. And once I was finally satisfied with my Famuto's thirst for blood, I returned back to my base to realize a fatal flaw I had made.
Oh, I left the meat. Oh no. All the meat I just farmed. You can tell it's late when I'm recording this. Oh, I have no idea where I cryoed it.
Foolish mistake, I know.
There's no way I find it. Back to farming, I guess.
So it was time for round 2, and at the end of this run, I actually remembered to transfer the meat into my inventory before cryoing the Famuto. So finally, back at base, I threw all the meat into the spoiler, and then crafted a ton of narcotics, which I then later turned into trank darts. Alright, day 83, and the plans for today was to find and tame a Doug. The reason I actually wanted to tame a Doug is because he is supposed to be super powerful, like strong enough to actually kill the Destroyer, which has over 10 million health.
I just need to find a Doug.
So I made up a couple of healing potions and grabbed my Maywing and Cherno Alpha, and as you can tell, I was totally sane and not in need of sleep at the time.
Doug.
Anyway, I took off to look for a good level dug before sunrise. But after circling the entire map and almost dying in the end,
Oh my god.
I returned back to my base because I got really excited over crafting narcotics.
I had narcotics left over. Bang! That's 9 black narcotics. Just like that, I can knock out a Ghidorah.
So as you could tell by my excited plans, I had slightly shifted from finding a dug to taming a Ghidorah. So after crafting up some taming helper pills, I jumped on the back of my mowing and flew out towards the volcano.
Alright, let's see how this goes. 15 darts. Should only take about half of those to knock out.
So I started blasting.
Oh, it can fly. I've been under the impression this whole time that it doesn't fly wild. Oh my god.
Now for some reason, while getting blasted by beams, I decided the best course of action would be to dismount. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, back in my base, I quickly took Maywing number, I don't know. Anyway, I flew back, but I couldn't find my horse despite it not showing up dead in my tribe log. So it's not dead, I don't think, but I couldn't find it, so I flew back to my base where I made a crossbow and some grapple. Day 84, I took off again to go and recover my body at least, as Horus was still nowhere to be found. But the area was still hot, kaijus were everywhere around me, and my body was actually above the water, a really unoptimal place to actually get it. So after the third back and forth time, I came prepared at last, and I jumped off and parachuted and slowly descended onto my bag until I could grapple to it. But even though after that I managed to cryo my Maywing so it would be safe, I threw it out again, which cost both of us our lives. So I quickly returned on another Maywing while both of the kaijus were distracted, and I yoinked my body and distanced myself on the other side of the map to look for some Ovis.
Oh, there's literally Ovis right here.
After slaughtering the innocent sheep for mutton, I returned back to Ghidorah to finish what I had started, this time taking a braver approach.
See ya. It's like one shot from being knocked out. Oh, it's fighting something. Okay, do not want to knock it out right now then. Oh, because there's a Colossus. Is that what it's fighting? Oh no.
Since it didn't seem to be fighting anything dangerous at the time, I took the final shot and put it to sleep.
Yes! Don't land on your back. Maybe not. Oh, I have a Ghidorah, bro.
Taking off was a little bit glitchy.
Oh my god. Alright, well this was kind of just like a bucket list thing. How much damage does it do?
Now, when I said takeoffs are glitchy, I really wasn't joking.
What? Dude, what just happened? Did my body just get deleted with all my stuff? Oh no. Not good, not good.
So, I've got to stick to Maywings, but the Ghidorah was way too high up in the sky for me to actually reach it.
Well, what do I do? All my stuff is definitely gone. I just got meshed like that. Oh, I just lost my Kiryu, all my good gear, and my will to live. Bro. Healthy, I am so demotivated right now. I just lost everything.
So I stayed AFK in my base for the rest of the day, just feeling defeated because, yeah, I've lost everything because of a stupid glitch. Waking up on day 86, I've still got to finish this challenge of killing all the kaijus, and I don't have that many days left to actually do that.
Dog bone. I need a dog. It's a new day. I still won't really have the will to live, but you know, gotta do it. Got the crystal, got the element. Do I have the stone? I have the stone, raw salt, and metal. Don't really know where I'm supposed to get raw salt from. Probably somewhere out in the desert.
So I remade my kit and got on my Maywing and took off to look for some salt, because as you can't tell, I wasn't salty enough already. Anyway, I flew off to the desert where I believe I would find salt.
Where do I get salt?
And the art gods actually showed me that, rubbing salt all over my wound.
Oh, I'm dead. This is just bullying. How am I alive? There's no way he just killed my thing and left me alive. Well, I'm just gonna go over here and farm metal until I die and then come back with another Maywing.
Oh boy, it gets better.
Never mind.
I feel like the art gods are just listening to me in real time at this point and then ruining all of my plans. But after a new Maywing and a new metal pick, I flew back to where I actually found some salt.
Salt. Oh! Are we serious? Ah! Oh my god, the moves. I still need more though.
Not in this area though, however. There's way too much danger around, so instead I flew aimlessly around until I found my last death, only to get wrecked again.
No, oh my god. Dude, stuff is just not going right.
So you know the drill. New Maywing, back to the desert, grab my dead body, find some bones, harvest them, and then fly back over to the metal nodes.
I'm sure I need the farm. 2,000 raw metal. Oh, not optimal.
But I kept on hitting the rocks until I had 1.2k metal, and I returned back to my base before the end of the day. Day 87, and I still needed more metal.
Alright, go get some more metal for Doug.
This time I chose a quieter spot to actually farm the metal, so I flew back to my old island and harvested the nodes there, which gave me just enough.
Okay, I should have everything for it. Doug bone. It should just give me a tame Doug. Interesting looking bone. Okay, hopefully this gives me a Doug.
And luckily I was right.
Oh, there's Doug. Oh my god, he's a high level. Oh. How much health? How much health? It's 167 million health. I could have crafted this 50 days ago. I am scared to know how much damage this does. But I'm also super excited.
No, that's a lot of damage!
I could have crafted this 50 days ago, and my life would have been so much easier.
But wait, it gets better.
What? 1 million damage! I'm rethinking through my whole life right now. And I'm gonna pump the damage up. You already know it. Can it swim? Okay, it's super slow, but it can swim.
That answers my question on how I'm gonna kill Destroya.
Okay, honestly, I can't remember if I've killed a chitin or not yet. Because I don't have it checked off on my list. But I might have. I don't know, but if I don't, I'm gonna go kill one right now anyways.
So on day 88, I took off to find my first victim.
Go find a chitin to kill.
But I quickly got sidetracked when I spotted an arachne, since they give a lot of experience.
Oh, I want to kill that with this Doug. Thing is too strong. No experience from that? Oh, a lot of experience from that.
And now I was dealing nearly double the damage.
Oh my god, this does so much. 2.5 million damage in one hit.
I already feel bad for this Destroyer. But first, it was time to even the playing board.
No, I'm getting revenge from all the pain you've caused me. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Big talk. Big talk. Big talk, buddy. You're dead.
Alright, I now feel much better, and I can get back onto the original task at hand, finding and killing a chitin again.
Yes, there's a chitin. Bro. Oh my god, they dropped so much element. Alright, well that's definitely a chitin off the list.
After returning to my base after such a successful day, some bats still had the audacity to spawn into my cave. On day 89, I looked at my base and decided since I was now the most powerful being on this island, I needed to upgrade my base a little bit because look at it.
So how do I make this look more, you know, not flimsy looking base?
So I started off by trying to build a wall around the actual base.
No.
But quickly came to the conclusion that that wasn't gonna work.
I'm gonna need to farm some more resources.
So that being said, I made myself a chainsaw and went around my base to chop down some trees. And I swear I barely left my base, but when I got back, more bats spawned.
Oh my god, the towers are working.
But the concept kind of worked.
Dude, easy.
So after crafting a bunch of large walls and railings, I continued the construction of my large and epic functional wall. Day 90 started off with a stone run with my doet over on my old island, and after which I continued crafting and building my majestic wall around my base. And after that, I had an epic staring contest with my smithy. Yeah, not a lot got done on day 90. Day 91 began with a quick trip to get some more wood to finish my build. And after that, I crafted a bunch more railings and placed them to complete the great wall around my base. And after that, I took my Maywing and dough out for perhaps one last stone run of this video. I wanted to at least finish the base. So I gathered as much stone as I could carry, and I returned back and crafted the rest of the railings. And I also made some ceilings and added them on my towers along with railings around them.
Alright, that makes this look a lot more compoundy. I don't know why I built this. This is the most useless wall ever. I'm literally inside a cave.
And that was pretty much it for day 91. Day 92, I wanted to find my final target for this challenge.
Alright, let's look for a Destroyer, since it's the last thing gotta kill before I've defeated or tamed all the Kaijus.
So I headed over to the only spot I'd ever seen one before, being the desert.
Ah, there's a Destroyer. Oh my god, thing is so ugly. Oh my god. Alright, can it fly? Because it does have wings. Doesn't look like it. I don't think it can fly. Alright, well, I've located one.
And since it's day 92 and I'm basically beating the challenge, I just AFK'd in my base for the rest of day 92 as well. Day 93, however, I decided to go out and actually do something. First, I went out to look for my Ghidorah, but it seemed to have just disappeared.
My Ghidorah just like gone.
Either that or I just couldn't find it. Anyway, I came across this Titania.
Ooh, I would like to tame that.
So I returned to grab the necessary food, being Fey relics, to go tame it. And after the first feed, I waited and waited and waited some more. It was day 94 and I was still waiting for it to lose enough food to feed it again. So I literally just stood around for 2 entire days just to now realize I can't tame this one.
Wait, it's not dropping food. I just realized that. Dude, why was it not dropping food?
Bruh. I did find another one though, which actually looked kind of promising. Hopefully it actually loses food.
That's a 150, but it's right next to a chitin. I do have Doug though. What am I doing? Hold up.
So I quickly took care of business, clearing out all the danger around it.
Hey, are you gonna lose food?
So I went to check on the other one in the meantime, but to no avail, so I returned back to the castle.
Oh wait, this one's losing food. Yes, yes, yes. I might be able to tame this one.
Since this one was actually tameable, I stood around and waited for it to lose food. The entirety of day 95 was spent overlooking this Titania as it lost hunger.
Another day. Waiting for this thing to want food. How are you not hungry yet? Oh my god, it is hungry. The thing didn't tell me. I thought the spyglass would say when it's hungry, but obviously not.
Anyhow, I slowly but surely finished the tame throughout the day, but to be honest, it wasn't worth it at all.
Yes. Oh my god. This thing is not fast at all. But you can pull out stuff on the back. Dude, this is not worth like 4 days.
Alright, so for day 97 and day 98, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't plan on doing much. Day 98, I didn't do anything. Day 99.
Alright, we're coming to the end of day 99, so I think it's about time. I lost my train of thought. What I wanted to say is I think it's about time we go kill the last Kaiju destroyer.
So I prepared for the final fight and I took off on my Maywing, gracefully gliding across the map into the desert.
There he is.
And I got ready and waited for the night to fall. And finally, it's day 100 of being on this horrible island filled with Kaijus.
The time has come. Day 100. Let's throw out all my Kaijus. I, of course, will be riding. Or Doug will be riding me. Oh my god, get off me.
Anyway, I threw out whatever Kaijus I had left, and I set them to neutral and moved them around me so I could actually move while being on the back of Doug.
Now we should be able to move. Now everybody should be following me. Let's go. Yup. Okay. The destroyer should be just over here. It's a very slow charge, but it looks pretty cool. There it is. I'm gonna kill this bloodsucker just so it can't pull me off. Let's go get it. Oh my god. It just obliterated that Gigamyth. Oh my god.
Well, my Kaijus were being useless, but thank God I had Doug.
They're not even fighting it. Fight it. Is it running? Okay, yeah, get it, Fumuto.
And after a second ground slam, the destroyer was sent back to hell or wherever these things come from.
Oh. That was really easy.
But ladies and gentlemen, this was 100 days on Lost Island filled with Kaijus. It started with me being crashed clueless on the beach, but I slowly made my way to the top, and I'm now literally flying on top of Destroyer's dead body. Remember people, size does not matter. Thank you all for watching.